Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Thursday Night Las Vegas Preparations. My name is Dan Hugar. I am here at Nerd Rage Gaming with Brian DeVeza. And Brian, we get to play some Pokemon, man.
Yeah, King of the Hill time.
Yes.
People have been saying they like the King of the Hill, so we're excited to be able to do this for everybody.
Honestly, I don't know if anyone else is saying it, but I like it because I get to play Pokemon.
Yeah,
this
I know.
Is great.
It's great because it gives the team, opportunity to practice a little bit, and it gives the viewers some insight about what we're thinking is pretty good for the upcoming event.
100%. And if you viewers are wondering why are you starting late, it is because Dan was playing Pokemon and lost track of time. So this is my fault.
It's all right.
But Brian, like you said, we've got King of the Hill today. So we have a bunch of different decks that we are going to be trying out because a bunch of y'all are going to Vegas and I am going to Buenos Aires. So we got to get prepped, man.
Yeah, definitely need to get prepped. So this is what we kind of have here set up so far. What's on the bottom right? Oh, that's Absol?
Yes, Absol Kangaskhan.
Yeah, this seems to be the general, the meta, I think.
I will say,
yeah.
the only decks I think we're missing are Eevee and maybe something else. But we got Zoroark, Raging Bolt, Grimmsnarl, Terrabox, Dragapult, Dango, Charizard Guardy, and then Absol. So I guess we have Jelly Guardy, not Pure Guardy. But I mean, I personally think Jelly Guardy is the one that's going to make the comeback.
Yeah, so, either way, Guardy is still Guardy at the end of the day. I feel like it's you're kind of asking for a minuscule difference.
Fair.
For the difference of the two of them. But either way, I feel like all the decks here pretty much had a really high placement sometime during this format so far. So I think we got a good spread of decks here to kind of go with. And super excited to get started with it.
And I actually like this matchup we're going to see first of Raging Bolt, played by Eli, I assume, because this is Eli's baby, versus Absol Kangaskhan, which was kind of a wild deck coming to Milwaukee, but then it got a ton of top 8s, including a win in Brisbane, and this is a real part of the meta now.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely came by surprise, too. When he got exposed on Twitter and all that stuff, so imagine if it didn't, and it just came on surprise, during a stream or something like that. So it's definitely proven itself to be a very, very real deck. And I really like the deck a lot. There's a lot of cool lines that you can do with it. It's got a lot of control aspects into it, and also hits really good numbers too.
It does hit really hard, especially Kangaskhan if you high roll a bit. But also Absol being able to instantly knock out something and then doing 200 and discarding a card. It's Fang sniping 20 times. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And I will say, like you were saying, it kind of harkens back to the pre-COVID times of the secret deck coming in. And Brian, you didn't play pre-COVID, right?
I did not, no.
Well, let me tell you of the before times, young man, because back then we had 400-person regionals.
Yeah.
And that was a high number. And there was not nearly enough publicity. Limitless was not a thing. So there were people that would come in and just had their small testing group would come out with this wild, crazy deck. And no one would know what was going on. So now, with the amount of information available, to have one of those secret decks kind of come out, that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely, and it just makes everybody excited. It gives people a reason to watch, and it gives a lot of exposure to a lot of cards that people kind of write off when they look at a new set. So it definitely goes to show that this new Mega Evolution era, there's a lot of really cool stuff already.
So I agree. I will say one thing I'm not super pleased about is I don't love to see big basics move into the format, but this deck in particular is kind of weird and convoluted.
Yeah.
It's not like Reshizard or something in the back or in the past where it's just burn your deck down, win.
Yeah.
This is truly a good thinking, challenging deck at times.
Yeah, definitely. And I was about to mention the same thing too, kind of on the same idea of 3 prizers coming back.
Right.
It's definitely interesting to have to when you're playing Goldengo into this matchup, have to have 7 energies to knock out a basic Pokemon and take 3 prizes afterwards.
This is wild.
Yeah,
yes.
so it's definitely something you kind of have to get used to. But I'm really excited for the future of the game and all the stuff we'll be able to kind of see develop.
And I think for me, I had no inherent issue with tag teams if they were interesting and had the game be fun.
Yeah.
And so, okay, well, it's important to draw basics, I guess.
Yeah.
But this Absol Kangaskhan deck, to me, this isn't unfun. This is a very interesting deck that lets you do a lot of really crazy things and makes the format more interesting for it being in it.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't feel too that when you play games with this deck or against this deck that it feels like that you're going to be like having games end in like 2 turns, kind of like how
Right.
it felt like when like Mew VMAX was kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I've noticed too. Is like like Pokemon wanted to slow down the format. Yeah, they wanted to slow down the format, and I feel like they kind of still accomplished that with incorporating 3 prizers in the way that they did.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that. And I think Eli's actually playing a deck that has what I would expect a really good time into this deck in
yeah.
Raging Bolt. Because, like you said, you can win real quick if you just have to knock out 2 Pokemon.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with how fast Raging Bolt is, I definitely know that that's definitely something that Eli's 1,000% looking at. So we're looking at those prizes right now.
Yeah, to be clear,
Yeah,
we are testing and prepping, and we do not need to spend time prize checking. Just look at your prizes.
yeah, definitely just looking here, and I definitely know Eli was not excited to see that the Iron Leaves was in the prizes.
Correct. And so,
Yep.
why is that Iron Leaf so important?
Yeah, just because being able to have an out to clutch, which is really important because there's a lot of times where that Yveltal will lock up one of your Pokemon into the active. Just being able to have that alongside something that can jolt itself into the active, accelerate energy to itself from the board, and then be able to knock out a lot of those really big dark type Pokemon is also very important as well, just like the Mega Absol.
It is, and that's I think one of the main reasons why this deck has a pretty good matchup is you have Teal Mask Ogerpon, so you don't even need to Sada or do anything crazy to be able to reach a one shot on a
Yeah.
3 prizer.
Definitely. So going on to Kev's side now, we got the nest ball here. We're gonna check the prizes here. Gonna see, ooh, Petrant. Got a couple catchers.
That Iono missing
Yeah,
is kind of a big deal because this deck
definitely.
does not play a lot of Iono.
It definitely doesn't. And I feel like Iono counts are kind of going down now that Lily's determination is in the format too. So it's one of those things that you used to see as like a 4 of, now coming down to maybe like a 1 or a 2 of.
Which is
Yeah.
interesting for me because Lily's determination is good, but to be honest, Iono's value isn't in the early game, although it's still good early
Yeah.
game. The value is really late game. And I
Yeah.
mean, for this deck, this list, I believe, plays the Precious Trolley, but there are lists, Gabriel Fernandez's list, played the Unfair Stamp.
Mm-hmm.
So you Unfair Stamp your opponent to 2, and then use that Darkness Claw or Claw of Darkness,
Yep.
whatever, to discard one of those 2 cards and brick your opponent.
Yeah, definitely. And I was playing Kev earlier. We were kind of doing a little bit of practice as well, and there were just a lot of cool things he was able to do. He was able to like match that Claw of Darkness attack with stuff like Zerosix, Airy, stuff like that, and be able to take off like a lot of my really important like items was definitely very hard to play around.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that's the flip side is maybe you don't want to Iono your opponent. You want them to have a 15 card hand.
yeah,
So you can Airy and then Claw of Darkness and get rid of 3 superior energy retrievals.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
that is just game winning right there.
Yeah.
All right, so then what's Kevin looking for off this?
Hopefully he really wanted the trolley here, but it looks like we might not be even drawing into it. Kangaskhan's, Absol, Monkey Dory, all of that. The Latias really helps as well, just because you want to be able to have all of your basic Pokemon kind of switching in and out of the active as well, and then kind of end off your turn with the TM Energize to put some energy onto that Absol.
And unfortunately, we got none of that,
None of
which is a
that.
bit of a problem.
Definitely.
But on Eli's side, we do have a knocked out. And knocking out this Monkey Dory is honestly fine.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree, just because um, like a deck like this wants to put damage on the board in and around. So being able to take advantage of that with Monkey Dory will be able to allow a lot of big knockouts to happen.
Agreed. And I think Kenneth has it right. Trolley deck,
Yes.
miss trolley, pack it up.
Pack
Go to
it up.
game 2.
Exactly. Exactly. It might be that angle here. We'll see.
Well, and I mean, I think scooping, like the time to scoop, the when to scoop, where to scoop, like that is such an underrated skill. And I mean, Kenneth may not be wrong. Is
Yeah.
this a time when you would scoop it up as Absol and just say, all right, bro, you got game 1. I'm going to win game 2 and 3?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely probably would have scooped by now as well, just because I mean, if we are in a best of 3 scenario, you have a good chance of being able to finish all 3 games because you're playing against something like Raging Bull. It's
Yeah.
pretty streamlined and quick a deck, so you'll be able to take advantage of that as well.
Bryce, do you mind moving the chat a little over? We're missing like half of the
Yeah,
words.
just a little bit to the left. Let's see here. So we are going to be using Bellowing Thunder, 2 energy to knock out the Yveltal. We use the boss as well.
And I mean, the boss is fine there.
Yeah,
Like, I think
definitely.
taking the knockout's good, and especially taking out without needing any switch cards, because then we can save those for Kevin trying to trap late.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the idea of taking out the Yveltal as well, just because there's definitely a world where Kev just goes counter catcher, Noctowl, clutch, and just continues to develop his board that way.
Oh, for sure. All right, so we do see the trolley come down, and
Yes.
that's exactly what Kevin needed.
Finally get the trolley. We don't have to pack it up yet. So we're going to play the trolley here. I see an Yveltal, I see a Kangaskhan, Latias. We're definitely going to be able to load up the board here. So let's see what else we're grabbing. Looks like another Monkey Dory.
Kenneth, I believe there is still Turo on the list, and we definitely have Prime Catcher. So we have at least a couple ways to get around it. And
Yeah.
now, with Eli taking a knockout, we only need 2 ways to get out of it because we just need to take 2 more knockouts here.
Definitely.
So Kevin can play around that, though, by only benching single prizers and 3 prizers to
Yes.
force Eli to take single prize knockout and then 2 prize, 2 prize. Or excuse me, 3 prize, 3 prize.
Definitely. Ooh, looking at Fez here. I kind of like Fez too.
I would need to see the rest of Kevin's hand, but
Yeah.
is putting down that Fez a liability here?
I think it's always going to be a liability. Like if you're going to put something like Latias in play, if you're going to put Fez in play, I feel like all of these like other big Pokemon in the first place. I feel like you might as well put it down. It's just going to help him more.
Well, so
Yeah.
I love this decision by Kevin, just kind of abandoning the megas in general and saying, "All right, I am winning this game purely by Yveltal clutch."
Definitely, and it's a really good win con to kind of go through. It's definitely a very powerful card. So looks
do
like we're
see
gonna
the
grab
boss.
So the boss, I think we did use a supporter already, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
think we
I think
did.
we used Arvin to get the trolley, but it's still good to have in the future.
I mean, it is. I think against Raging Bolt, you are not tanking much of anything ever.
Yeah,
So I don't know if the healing is going to be that big of a deal, but being able to like use multiple monkeys in a turn, that I think is going to be pretty valuable.
yeah, most definitely. So it looks like we got Night Stretcher, we got an energy.
And Night Stretcher is
Yeah.
one of those cards you don't see many of in this deck. You
Yeah.
kind of are working under the assumption that when one of your Kangaskhan's or Absols go down, they're only going to take 1 more knockout. So
Yeah.
you don't really care about getting resources back.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to be using the TM Energize here, and I would assume we're going to get an energy for the Veltal and probably for the Monkey Dory as well.
I
Yeah.
would assume so, because I think we're going to be trying to just move damage and trap, but I do think Kevin's in a really tough position here now.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree. The one thing that I do like is that we do have the counter catcher now, so now we can start trapping that Noctowl starting the next turn with the clutch and with the counter catcher. So that's something to kind of think about as well. And now when we look into Eli's turn here, looks like we're going to throw down the Raging Bolt here, and we got Sada right away, and that's going to be able to get us another big knockout here soon to get Eli back onto even prizing, which is really huge in a matchup like this.
Especially with two prizes already down on the board, I agree. Because now Eli has an opportunity to knock out this monkey, go to 4 prizes remaining, and still not have to use any switching outs to get around this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eli gets another switchless knockout, which is huge here. Yeah, because I mean we want to be able to stay on to this kind of even prizing as long as we can. And yes, we are on Iron Leaves.
And so
It's
Iron
in the
Leaves,
prizes right now.
yes, Iron Leaves is prized, which can be a problem. And it doesn't matter how loud we talk about it because Eli knows his prizes now.
Yes.
But, I mean, like you said, taking a knockout here on this Monkey Dory, it removes Kevin's ability to to manipulate damage. It gets you 1 prize closer. And now it means Gust on Latias Fezandipity wins the game.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to get another knockout here, and it's not the Iron Leaves.
It is not.
But either way, I mean, we still have plenty of outs for when the inevitable clutch happens anyways. So we definitely have some ways out of it, like the Turo, the Prime Catcher, and all of that.
And we, at this point, if Kevin does pull up the Noctowl, we can still Speedwing.
Yeah.
And with only 1 monkey down, that is going to be enough pressure to take 2 or 3 turns and KO the Yveltal. But also, with Eli not evolving either of the Hoot Hoots, Kevin can't trap those.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
all Eli has to do is evolve out.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to play the Aries. We're going to get an idea of what's in the deck currently.
And there are two
Yeah,
items
2
in
items
Eli's
total.
hand. I think
Yeah.
what Kevin was hoping to hit there was that Prime Catcher.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's definitely something he was waiting for, is to get some of those really big outs out of there. But hopefully, in the near future, we'll be able to set up that Claw of Darkness, and hopefully we'll be able to pick out something like that Turo also.
Well, actually, I don't think Kevin's going into Absol or Kangaskhan at any point this game.
Yeah,
Because we've kind of made the commitment that we're not going to be able to set that up fast enough to keep pace in a prize race. So my goal is to win this by just preventing Eli from getting the 6 before he decks out.
yeah, definitely. So that definitely is it's playing the long game, and it's one of those things also where you have like almost no room to make mistakes, or else you get punished super super hard.
And so here's one of the issues. Without that Petron EX, Kevin's going to struggle to set up damage on his own board to manipulate with Monkey Dory. And Eli's never going to partially hit into something. So we're going to have to rely on just clutching out all of Eli's like gusts and switches. Yes, Kenneth, Petch is prized,
Yeah, Petch is also prized as well.
which is bad.
Yep,
And yes, that's exactly
you
it.
are 1,000% correct.
So now Eli gets to decide, is it worth it to take a knockout here?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. I feel like if as long as Eli's able to kind of slowly crawl his way to just extra prizes without having to use switch outs, those are definitely big wins that he needs to take advantage of.
We have Zard, right?
We do, I think.
Yeah,
I
Sammy,
know.
we can absolutely see some Zard on
Yeah,
stream.
I think so because I know I was playing against Kev earlier with it, and he has it built. So
Yeah,
that's
let
definitely
me,
something.
maybe when I get out there, I'll whip out some Zard, because
Yeah.
I could get used to it. I'm used to using rare candy.
Yeah,
We can make that
definitely. Yeah, we
happen.
could definitely make it happen.
And Kenneth, yes, this absolutely feels like a go to game 2. But for better or worse, there is no game 2. So we
Yes.
can at least show off a little bit what the alternate win con is here.
Definitely. So we're going to see the Iono here now, and we're going to get Eli down to 3 cards. Kev's going to get a fresh 6. Just going to see what else we can get done here until we go into the inevitable clutch here. And we do have a counter catcher.
Well, we do have the counter catcher. We also have the prime catcher. And so for Eli, this actually feels like a time where using that prime catcher is probably fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it is
Yeah.
our one switch, but that means we are 2 cards into those remaining prizes to try to get that leaves.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's one of those things too where it's like if we play the prime catcher as well, we can take advantage of it and take a 2-prize knockout in something like the Fez.
And that's a big deal then, because Kevin now has 0 flexibility and margin for error
Yeah.
at this point. And so we see, well, the issue is...
Yeah, the issue is
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
we're
never
good.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're fine.
we're good.
Yeah, we're good. I was like, that's a pretty good card to have right now.
Um,
Oh yeah, plenty of room.
Arctic, I agree. I think this is beyond difficult for Kangaskhan and Absol to try to win. And so we do see the Prime Catcher. We do go into the Raging Bolt. And Brian, it's like you called it.
Yep, it's exactly that. We're going to take advantage of it. We're going to go down to 1 prize now. So it looks like we are going to go with all of the... Looks like 1 of each energy here for the knockout.
And so 2 prizes for Eli. We
got
do
the
see
live-
the
we got
leaves.
the leaves now. Yeah, and another thing with this play too, along with being able to limit the amount of draw support that Kev's going to have, gives us that higher chance of drawing into the iron leaves off the prizes, which is what we got.
100%.
Yeah.
And Arctic, or Sammy, I agree. At this point, the only win condition is Absol, Claw of Darkness, Eli into Oblivion. But, boy, oh boy, that is a low probability play right here, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things too where you do need a lot of pieces in order for it to happen in the first place.
And Blood Moon is exactly what Kevin is going for here. Now, we don't have the Iono to pair with it, but we're able to knock out this active Raging Bolt, which would be totally fine too if Eli did not get it knocked out off the prizes.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to go into the Blood Moon, take a couple prizes here. And now it looks like we're going to be able to close out the game here. So we're going to get the Koraidon here.
That seems pretty good there, Brian.
Yeah, that does seem pretty good. I know Eli's really been talking up the really been talking it up. So we're gonna go into that, and then the Koraidon is going to clean up the game here for us.
And Koraidon is honestly a really good attacker right now
Yeah.
into Blood Moon, into Kangaskhan, and even just the base 180 damage with a single prizer is really good.
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially that there's just so many other really good single prize attackers with this deck, like the Slitherwing. The Slitherwing's really good into Pikachu, and like the Koraidon is just like a good general attacker. It's good into stuff like the Pheasantipity. It can take out Pecharunt. A lot of those fighting type weak Pokemon as well. And then we still have Baby Bolt also, which is really good into a lot of those evolving decks as well. So something to kind of think about from that side as well.
Well, and I think Baby Bolt is one of the best attackers into the evolving decks
Yeah.
because you get to apply a ton of pressure on evolving basics and stage 1s.
Definitely.
Into this deck, honestly, Baby Bolt's fine to snipe Monkey Dories, to snipe Yivitals, or even just like set up knockouts on the Absol and the like, if you're not already like just crushing it there.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, Arctic, I think it's a good point. I don't know if I would say Absol loses to every aggro deck, but it certainly has a rough matchup into the highly, highly aggressive ones that are just Oonga Boonga Boom Boom. I think what it can have a good matchup to is stuff that tries to leverage Iron Hands and the like, because it is harder for them to hit like the exact numbers, like Cerulege, which just goes over the top and murders everything.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like, too, it takes a pretty decent matchup into stuff like Goldengo as well, because that Claw of Darkness, it takes out those superior energy retrievals, and all of a sudden, a lot of your damage gets handicapped.
Right, and it
Yeah.
kind of so each of
I
these
know
decks.
from firsthand experience.
Well, that I did actually see you get a Claw of Darkness and
Yeah.
Eerie, and it was not pretty.
Yeah.
Did you win that game, by
I
the way?
did win that game.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, fair enough. Yes, Mega Mawile is very good.
Yeah.
The one of the things I was going to mention as we get these different decks up
Yeah.
is there's a bunch of different kind of win conditions for all these decks right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So like Dengo, just boom, 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 like
Yep.
2/2/2, pretty easy. Though now you can still use Soul Arc and the like. Kangaskhan, you win by bricking your opponent into oblivion
Yeah.
and deleting their threats. Dragapult, you go down 6 prizes to 1 because you have a horrible deck, and then you Iono lock them and sweep the board in 2
Yeah.
attacks. And then for stuff like Charizard, same thing, inevitable board. For Cerulege, you just burn everything down and one shot. It's actually kind of fun to have all these decks operate in a bit of a different way.
Yeah, definitely. It feels very refreshing.
Yeah.
It's definitely refreshing compared to like other formats where it's like, oh, whoever takes the first 2 prizer wins the game kind of thing.
Yes.
Because now there's a lot of other things you have to think about too. It's like your resource management. Or you gotta like know about your prizes now, like this and that. So a lot of things to kind of think about here. So we got another interesting matchup here. We're having the Dengo Rocks against Terrabox.
I think Rafal's just shuffling him because that hand was atrocious and unplayable. And
Yeah.
guys, we are doing test hands. We do not need everyone to play through a brick. We
Yeah.
can just see some good games. So we are just gonna mulligan it up here.
Yeah.
And Kenneth Mawile is pretty good into Corner Pawn, in case anyone didn't know.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
So Brian, kind of as you're watching these for this matchup in particular, who's favored here?
It kind of depends. Like, I feel like the coin flip definitely determines a lot of things here, just because Terrabox has a lot of pressure into decks that play like baby basics, like Goldengo or evolving decks or anything like that. Just because that Wellspring Ogerpon is able to just do so much damage to your board state, so that's something to kind of think about. But at the same time, if you start stuff like the Genesect, and like a lot of these other 2 prizers, Goldengo is just going to have a field day with all those multi-prizers.
That is very true. And I
Yeah.
think that's the big thing. You said Goldengo will have a field
Yes,
day, right? Sorry, I was
absolutely.
reading the comments and got distracted.
Absolutely.
And yes, I think that's the huge deal is that Dengo can take advantage. But what Terrabox can do is stop any Dengos from actually ever seeing the board. And I
Yeah.
think that's what Rafal's going to try to do is go into that water pond to start and then say, hey, I'm just going to clear your board.
Yeah.
We see Eli shaking his head like, come on, man.
Yeah, he shuffled up his hand to get a fresh one, and all of a sudden we have like the greatest player on earth here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and another thing I like about this Dengo Rocks build too is I like the emphasis it puts on its single prize attackers as well. That Soul Rock and Lunatone engine is really solid and allows to take advantage of stuff like the Fan Rotom and these Hoot Hoots and take early prizes with them, just so we're not only putting 2 prizes on the board.
Agreed.
Yep.
And so into this matchup, is Eli's hand gas? Let's check this
Let's
out and
see.
see.
Let's see.
Talk us through it, Brian.
Ooh, so we have Arvin, which is always the most important part about a Goldengo deck, just because we want to start stuff like that Buddy Buddy Poffin. But it's also important to have the Nest Ball as well because those Soul Rocks and Lunatones have 110 HP, so we need to be able to have deck search options to get both of those down. So it looks like we will be able to do that. We got a couple energy. We got a Lunatone.
That's actually not that
Yeah,
bad,
they're
especially
not
because I
bad.
think we have Lunatone in hand.
Yeah, it isn't super, super bad here. So thank you, Eli, for showing us the prizes so everyone at home knows what's going on here.
Also appreciate
Yeah,
that Rafal.
appreciate it as well.
Actually, well, Vitality Band doesn't matter as much here because we
Yeah.
are certainly gusting and
Yeah.
then crystalling off of this water pond.
Definitely. And another thing, too, is I love how Goldengo's playing Vitband now. I know we were talking about it. We've been talking it up
Yeah.
lately. It's just so cool to see that the Vitband is getting a lot of reps now in this deck.
So,
Super, super cool.
and I'll talk on that one. So, like, the Vit Band is number one, just a math fixer in general. There are
Yeah.
so many decks that just have an awkward number for Goldango to hit. But the big deal is it allows Solrock to one-shot Frillish and
Yeah.
allows Solrock with the Premium Power Pro to one-shot Monkey Dory. So it just enables you to do so much more with that single prize attacker. And what a draw
Oh,
for
man,
Eli.
Eli.
Holy.
So both players are actually getting these crazy starting hands. So super, super happy to see this from our players here, that we're going to get a really good game just because they're always going to be able to set up. So we'll kind of see how that mid to late game difference is with the skill.
Sammy Vitband on your Pidgeotto. That
Yeah.
is brutal. But so we do see the air balloon come down, and then we don't prime. There's no shot we prime catcher here,
No,
right?
no.
Okay. That seems far too aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just to take a single prize, it doesn't seem like it's worth it.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. But now in Rafal's end, do we cook 2 Gimme Ghouls?
It looks like we might, just because we can get something like the crystal. We have the Noctowl, which is very important. We're going to be able to get stuff like crystal, maybe a gust, and then we'll be able to take out those Gimme Ghouls. Another thing to kind of consider as well with the current. Oh wait, no, we can't take both Soul Rock and Lunatone.
We cannot.
We
So
cannot.
we would need that Vitality Band, but that means we
Yeah.
would need to Crispin Vitality Band,
Yeah.
and we probably don't want to
We
do that.
probably don't want to do that, but at the same time, being able to like break up the pair is also something that's not the worst thing in the world either. Just because you do need the pair in order for both effects to work.
I would agree. I think the one risk here with this for Rafal is it is likely that this water pond goes down.
Yeah.
And then Rafal is going to have to piece together a couple more knockouts, and that may be more challenging without that crystal available.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, like having to use the crystal this early definitely is necessary for Ralph to take the lead that he wants. But losing it this early as well is not going to be the greatest too, because now we're going to need to really preemptively do a lot of our attachments and make sure that our board state can keep up with the pace.
Agreed. And so now we do see the knockout for Rafal.
Yep.
Now we could make an interesting choice and get rid of the Lunatone or the Soul Rock instead of another Gimme Ghoul.
Yeah. I like the idea of getting rid of the Lunatone because it takes away like a lot of your draw. I wonder if Raph might have known that the other one got prized or something like that. But I like this idea though, just taking out the Lunatone, take out the draw engine, and kind of force Eli to find a way to get it back into play.
So it's a great question, Sammy, for Zard or Pult into Zard's and Absol box. I will say I do think just in general, Pult is the better deck, Pult Noir. The issue is both of those two decks are going to play a bunch of Psyducks. So honestly, I would say because it's kind of a wash there, play whatever you're more comfortable with and whatever you think you can outplay people with. Because Brian, you know this, like for locals, there is a big opportunity for skill differentiation, even if it is a best of one. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's the time to play the deck that you feel like you can outskill people the most with.
Definitely. And another thing too is that with locals, there's always more opportunities. You know, you can use it as a way to practice and all of that stuff, but there's always going to be another opportunity to get those finishes. So I wouldn't think too hard about it. Like if you want to get practice with something or get like reps in with something, you know, just do it. And worst comes to worst, you just go to the next event, move on. If you go like O2 or anything like that.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, talk us through Eli's turn. What's going on here?
Yeah, so we have the Artisan now, and we're going to be putting down that Gimme Ghoul with it. We're going to take a little bit more time to look through the deck here, shuffle up, and then looks like we might try to go for that big attack. We might just retreat out of this Soul Rock, put that energy into the discard pile, and then go into that Goldango, and hopefully we can take a big 2-prize knockout to match where Rafal's at.
Well, so here's the issue. Right now, our hand is, as the kids say, ass.
Yes.
It is not good. We have a Prime Catcher, a Professor Turo, a Picnic Basket, and an Air Balloon. And absolutely none of those things enable Eli to knock out this water pond.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, the nice thing is that at least if we retreat, we'll be able to draw 2 more cards. That's something to kind of think about as well. So it looks like we are going to just retreat into this Goldango here. I guess we used the first one already. And
Oh,
and
well,
go into how
we
many energy?
need 3. We need 3 energy for the knockouts.
Yeah.
2K Cup in a month. Oh, that actually would be cool. Dawn and Moltres are good buffs for Dragapult there. And just get Hilda out of this deck. Hilda's
Yeah.
terrible.
Definitely. So it looks like we're just going to pass it back to Roth here.
So that's not great for
It
Eli.
isn't. No.
And so we have Pika. We have a bunch of stuff. But to be honest, we may just Water Pond again.
Yeah, looks like it. I mean, being able to go into Noctowl again is really nice here. And the fact that we're going to be able to bump the stadium, open up the board a little bit more, and then play something like that Crispin to get some energies on there will allow us to put some damage onto that Goldango, as well as take that extra prize. Now we can either take another Gimme Ghoul, or we can break both parts of the duo of Solrock and Lunatone.
And I don't mind taking out that Soul Rock on the bench because you're going to hit through this Goldango and then take what? Well, actually, I disagree. I think we do take a Gimme Ghoul here because we're going to be on odd prizes after this knockout.
Yeah.
And I think we want to be able to clean up that Soul Rock later.
Definitely, and I was of that opinion as well, just because that it's like one of those things where it's going to lead to less draw power for Eli anyways. So being able to take out one of those Gimme Ghouls early is very important. So looks like we're still looking at potential things to do here. So we're going to use the Ogre Pond, put an energy in play. I know we have the E-Switch in hand, so we'll be able to put one of those energies over to the Water Pond if needed.
Yes.
But we also have the Crispin.
And we could
helps
also
too.
just Pika and murder.
Yeah, and I think that's what Roth is looking to do here because he's thinking that his time
Yeah.
with the we're not even going for it. We're just going to go straight and take the 2-prizer out here. So we're just going to use the Pika here instead of using the Water Pond.
And I mean, I think that's fantastic.
That's
That
an
is
amazing
clearly
play.
Eli's only out to draw. We did see a couple more cards. We don't know if they're good. But now, even just with this Arven, we can get a Genesect. But man, it's hard times out here right now.
Yeah, definitely. And it's one of those things, too, that you got to think about where Roth is sticking to his 2-2-2 prize trade strategy. Instead of like going on to odd prizes like we were kind of discussing, Roth found a different line for him to use to where he can stick to that 2-2-2 prize trade as well as put that Pika up into the active, which has that Resolute Heart ability. So it's not getting knocked out in one shot.
And that's exactly the issue here for Eli, is now Eli, if he wants to take 2 prizes, needs to leave the Pika alive.
Yeah, definitely.
And Arctic, I agree. I think killing Teal Mask is going to be the best move here, but Rafal still has a Noctowl available, and we can still apply a whole lot of pressure here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So it looks like we are going to get off of this Arven just the Nest Ball here, and we're going to be able to get a second set of Dangos here. So our draw power is going to come back, and hopefully we can kind of work our way around here. I don't know if these Dango lists are playing stuff like Counter Catcher, though, so it might just be...
Well, we do
a
have Prime
punch.
in hand.
Oh, we do have Prime in hand still. So that's one of the nice things about this Dango Rocks list, too, that another thing that we were kind of talking about is that it doesn't need to have something like the eSearch Pro.
Yes.
It definitely opens up the the ability to use a lot of other different A specs now instead of having to be forced into eSearch Pro.
And we do see Pheasantipity too. So okay, so we're moving along now for Eli.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have like energies in hand. We got extra like Goldengos and all of that, so we have a lot of pieces that we can kind of work with here to at least claw our way back into the game.
So one thing going for Rafal, though, Rafal can honestly take a turn off and let Eli take 2 more prizes, and then just Blood Moon.
Yeah.
Either the Genesect or the Pheasantipity, because both are going to stay within range of the Blood Moon.
Yeah, and I think Eli recognizes that. That's why he's just putting all of these other liabilities into place as well, just because it's like, well, if it's already there, I might as well kind of heighten my chances of being able to play out of it.
Arctic, I think what Eli's decision there was Genesect is already down. And so since I've already used Turo and Genesect is down, Blood Moon's going to be able to take 2 prizes, so I'd rather be able to play the game and hopefully outpace Rafal in that case.
Which I just explained as well.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
got
you're
too
good.
excited.
I know, it's so funny just because it's like sometimes we got to explain these things twice because clearly some people don't listen to us.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it. Also, I did hear you say liabilities.
Yeah.
I saw that when he was benching Lunatone. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know why Lunatone's a liability, but I'm just
Yeah.
going to go with it, Brian. That's
Yeah.
fine. But
no,
yes.
it's funny though because like I mean obviously the team listens to us, but you know a lot of the other people that we have on the stream sometimes they don't listen. And now they end up in these situations.
Guys,
too, so.
well, that is very true. And way to like bring that back to the moment. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm
Yeah.
a therapist. I had to listen to people talk about their sadness all
Yeah.
day. Today, Brian, I'm sorry. I ran out of listening.
No, believe me, I think we're both like the same here. Just because it's that time of year, the sun goes down a little bit earlier in the day.
That is very true.
It becomes nighttime a little bit more or a little earlier for us adults here. So
We're just lagging a little
yeah,
bit.
just a tad bit. So it's one of those things where our brains are kind of functioning a little slower than we would like to.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm absolutely going to blame that. Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate that.
I
All
know.
right, so we do go into the. Oh, wait, why not draw first? Have we not drawn with that Goldengo? I thought we didn't.
We will find out.
Because also, we should absolutely keep that Vitality
Yeah.
Band. Yes, because now
Yes.
that reduces the amount of energy we need by 1, and it's going to save us a whole lot of resources there.
Yes, definitely. So looks like we are going to place the Vitality Band and only need 4 to knock out, which is very, very nice.
And that is a big deal because now it makes it a lot harder for Rafal to like pull together another Pikachu attack unless we have an out to a Night Stretcher or something similar.
Definitely. And I think the other thing, too, is that now if you were to look at the board, I think Eli can kind of comfortably see the rest of his prizes that he needs to take out. He can take out the Ogerpon and he can take out the Latias to win the game.
Yes.
Because getting that Pikachu out of the active was kind of like a barrier that he needed to work around. So being able to get around that is going to become another barrier for him in just a little bit when we see this Pikachu swing again for another big knockout here. So
Well, if this
there's
Pika
no barrier.
does swing,
Yeah,
it's
there's
going to
no-
be game.
There's going to be no more game. So we'll see.
Rafal does have, I think Rafal's an out to knockdown in hand. I can't tell. But we do have a Grass Energy. We do have a Switch.
Yeah, so all we would really need is that E-Switch and the Ogerpon. So I know he discarded one, I think.
So we did just Super Rod in Ogerpon, Grass Energy, Metal.
Okay.
Or Lightning Energy, Metal. We pulled the Lightning Metal out. We do have a Grass Energy in hand. But I don't think we have a way to get Ogerpon. We do not.
It doesn't look like it right now. So it looks like we might just retreat into the Fan Rotom. Oh, and we're just going to pass it on over.
And honestly, that's fine.
Yeah,
Because I don't think
definitely.
Eli has a way to knock out this Pikachu.
Definitely. So it's good just because Roth is not getting impatient here and just trying to force anything into play. Just, being like, I'm going to put this one prizer in here. I'm going to kind of make it a little bit tougher for you to win the game, force you to go on to odd prizes, and pretty much make him have to have Gus in hand.
And honestly, Rafal has game in hand. So
Yeah.
the other push for Eli is, hey, you have to disrupt me. And Dengo plays at most 1 Iono, I think
Yeah.
it is.
And some of the lists aren't even playing any, so...
And so that's exactly. Rafal is saying, kind of like you said, Brian, take the 1 prize, I don't care. But Rafal could also say, take 2 prizes, I don't care. Do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah,
I am still about to end your miserable existence right here.
definitely, definitely. So let's see how we decide to end it. So looks like we're going to maybe retreat, potentially.
Well, so we can't unless we attach. And that is a
Oh,
problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So that's one downside to using the Vitality Band, but
Yeah.
still probably worth it. And Rafal just shows the Grass Energy boss's orders.
It looks like they're just gonna say like, "Hey, this is all I got. I don't think I can win the game."
Halucha, yes.
Yes.
Arctic Halucha would be the sauce right
Yeah,
here.
Halucha boss would go crazy.
Just a little bit of math
Yeah.
fixing. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to go kick one of them out. We will send one of them over here, but okay, so we want to see some Charizard. What else would
Yeah.
you like to see, Brian?
I mean, I saw my Raging Bolt already, so
That's true.
I'm kind of cool with seeing whatever. I mean, I saw the Goldengo, which is cool. I think I do want to see some Charizard. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll go see some Charizard. We'll see what else can come up. I will be
let's go
back.
Pull somebody over.
So actually, Brian, do you want to just talk through one of the Zard lists?
Yeah,
So Bryce,
yeah.
can you pull up that Zard
Yeah,
list?
throw on the Zard list, and we'll kind of go over some stuff. So, Charizard did take a big win in Milwaukee, and had some top 8 finishes in some of the European events. I did look because I'm trying to build this deck too. But anyways, I like this list. It's cool. I like big Klefki guy. Klefki's cool. I know Azul's biggest op, Tatsugiri's in this deck as well. But yeah, it's got a lot of cool lines here. The Chiyu's and like a really good attacker. The Jet Energies are super cool too. So I really like Klefki's fire. I like the Klefki. I mean, I know our guy Eli here. He's coming onto the stream. Doesn't like seeing something like the Klefki here.
Yeah, Klefki's a little annoying.
Yeah. How those games feel so far? I mean, the Raging Bolt game, you definitely definitely had the sauce there.
I told Kevin the matchup is very free, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Whatever, I don't care." I was
Yeah.
like, "Sure."
Yeah, you definitely showed how strong that matchup
Yeah.
is for Raging Bolt.
I prized the leaves, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That could be a little scary," but also I just get it at any point throughout the
Yeah.
game. I just win as well.
Definitely. That's what we were
Um,
kind of talking about. Is like you took so many knockouts without having to use like your Prime Catcher or your Turo that
Yeah.
at the point where you like used like any of those switch outs, it's like you're probably going to end up getting the leaves anyways, and that's going to finish the game for you anyways.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
super
that
solid so far.
that game was just being able to go, like, kill the Eviltall.
Yeah.
On my turn too felt really good. Just because then he has very low odds of getting a clutch play that turn.
Yeah,
Which obviously he didn't.
definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at the Zard list here. So Zard's been kind of on the up and up a little bit. It's definitely taken a different route here, being able to incorporate 3 different Stage 2 lines. So what do you think of Charizard in the format? As a Raging Bolt player, is it something that you like to see, don't like to see?
I like to see it until they start Klefki going second.
Yeah, definitely.
Like them going second.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, the matchup feels pretty good, especially with leaves in the deck. Just being able to make a grass grass attacker out of nowhere feels
Yeah.
really good.
Definitely.
And
So,
we
ooh.
is that double Dusclops? No, that's a
No.
Clops and a Nor.
Yeah. Still, like, prizing the one of Dusknoir is not the greatest thing in the world, but if it's
Yeah.
not something that you're really playing into as, like, a win con, it's probably fine to see it in the prizes for now.
Yeah. This matchup is a little interesting, right? Just because all of the Zard pieces have an ability on it, right?
Yeah.
So
So,
we can
yeah.
see the damage stack up pretty fast.
Yeah, definitely. And then this deck can definitely lose pretty hard to something like TM Devo also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that gives like war flashbacks to the people who used to play those crazy Zard mirrors back in the Temporal Forces
I
era.
was one of those players,
Yeah,
and it was.
I know it was not fun.
When are you using your Devo? But yeah.
Yeah, I know the Devo, those were definitely some times there. But I mean, anyways, still looking at the game, both players are starting with Secret Box, which is pretty nice.
Yeah,
So,
both starting
yeah.
a one of in their opening hand. That is
Yeah.
their pink card is pretty nuts.
and the most powerful card too. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I like about the Zard list too is the Mezagoza. Yeah, the Mezagoza is definitely an interesting card because sometimes you're just like one piece away. I mean, in Dan's situation, he's got 2 rare candies here, so if he's able to hit on the Mezagoza and get that Pidgeot, it's gonna be lights out for him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I just never believe in Mezagoza.
Yeah, I mean, as a former Lugia player, I kind of had to. So it was one of those things where the Mezagoza was like my determinant if I play the game or not.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely have had to play Mezagoza.
Yeah,
It's definitely never a card you want to hope to
yeah.
rely on to be able to play the game.
Yeah, and we could see Dan kind of talking about it right now.
Yeah.
He's probably like thinking the same exact thing that we
Yeah.
are.
I mean,
so,
Dan
yeah.
still has a Lilies. honestly, like, I would kind of like Dan to play a little slower, um, to try and play around the Devo play,
Yeah.
right? Because 70 is a lot easier than the 90 and 100 and the 60 on Pidgeot to get the Devo play off,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So I would prefer maybe get a Zard out this turn, but just like evolve the Pidgey into a Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto. Uh, is it the free retreat one that he's playing or the 90 HP?
I
Do you
think
know?
I think you're supposed to play the 80 HP one, the free retreat one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're playing that one because at
Okay.
least when I built the deck on live and I just copy and pasted from Limitless, it was that one.
Well, so Jackson's been played the 90.
Yeah, I think I was playing Hermione's list, the one from
Yeah.
Europe. Yes, we're gonna be playing the Lily here.
Gets a full board.
Yeah,
This is
and if
pretty
you
good.
play and like Arcus saying 90 is optimal, and if you play the 90 and you play max rarity, you'll be able to use the entire line.
Very true.
The whole art line if you play those ones. So that's something to think about too.
Rafal with the near perfect start as well here
Yeah.
is
I know I was talking to Ralph about it, and when he says he starts a supporter, he's definitely happy with his play. But if he doesn't, it's not great.
yeah, it can definitely get scary as Grim. Like if Dan has like Stadium Bump plus Iono, it can get scary. Just because of how Grim is as a deck, right?
Yeah.
I
So
think
are
we're
we
going double Morgrim
double
here.
Morgrim? Yeah.
Because I think we drew into the Frostlasses.
Yeah. Probably. That definitely sounds correct. So we are going to play the Mezagoza here, and let us see if we are going to be. Oh, it looks like we didn't. So we're going to go into the Charmeleon here, and we are probably going to play the Lily, which I think is the right decision here.
Yeah.
So we're going to get 8 fresh cards here, and hopefully we can get something like a rare candy Pidgeot. That could definitely elevate the game for Dan.
Yeah.
So-
Cruel Arrow here would have been pretty sick.
Yeah,
However,
Cruel Arrow definitely would, but yeah, it's definitely one of those plays that is you definitely gotta commit for it.
yeah, that would take Candy Zard plus Fez and then all 3 energy going onto the Fez, which
Yeah.
just doesn't sound amazing.
Yep. Oh, and we
Um,
do have rare candy Pidgeot in hand here.
Did we
Yeah.
see it played, or are we? I think.
Oh wait. Oh no, Dan, you can do it. If
I
you
think Dan's
really-
debating if he wants to play a slower game or
Yeah,
not here.
maybe.
But
if he really wants to, he could go rare candy Pidgeot
he
here.
could. I think it might be.
It's probably not the right decision, to be honest with you.
The problem here is that. Well, okay, if we go evolve into Pidgeot and then Candy Zard, so that we have something in the active that can't be KO'd by Grimmsnarl, I feel like we'd be fine.
Yeah, I feel like though if we are going to use the rare candy, it's probably better to use Zard, and then just try to manually evolve into the Pidgeot with the Pidgeotto we have in hand.
However, we see Dan is going for the Candy's Pidgeot
Yeah,
here.
which not the worst thing in the world here. So it looks like we are going to do that rare candy Pidgeot, and we will play the Poffin as well.
I wonder what Dan decides to go here. If he's just grabbing more Dusknoir pieces
Yeah.
or
Could
Push-
be. Oh, so we're gonna grab another Duskull here, and
Would-
then we still have the quick search available.
pushing Klefki would probably, since we don't have Candy Zard, pushing Klefki would probably be the best. Yeah.
Definitely.
Just so that, well, monkeys wouldn't be online anyways, but there's nothing better to push, I guess, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely something to
Um,
that we're definitely looking at here.
Dan doesn't grab it off the Buddy though.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he just wants to keep this bench space open or what he's searching for here.
Yeah. Let's see what they're discussing here. That's the thing. That's the nice thing
Oh,
about King of the
I
Hill
think
too.
he
We definitely prize some stuff here.
is it just a 2/1/1 Dusknoir line?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, when you're playing 3 different lines of stage 2s, you definitely
Yeah.
have to cut some corners.
that is very fair, and it's
Yeah.
very unfortunate that the Dusclops is prized here.
Yeah. Definitely isn't the greatest. Yeah, especially since we have so many middle evolutions that we have to play. Yeah.
Like I like the playing slower into the Grim matchup to prevent or to try to prevent the Devo line,
Yeah,
but I feel like this is just really slow from Dan's side.
definitely. Yeah, and I do like the Miss Energy though, because the Miss Energy, yeah, gonna help with that, prevent that Devo as well. So we're gonna use the attract customers here and hopefully get a supporter to use for the next turn here.
Yeah.
Iono. So looks like we are just gonna pass it back over to Roth, and he is a he's got the Grimmsnarl in hand as well. Yep.
Yeah, he has Grim, Frostlasses, double Monkey with Darks. Like, Rafal is
Yeah.
playing the game.
Yeah. Mazagoza.
And of
Ooh.
course, Rafal gets the heads, but Dan
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yep. So it's like he gets his Spike Muth, but like a better Spike Muth.
Exactly. Can
Yeah.
search the Monkey here.
Yep.
And
So
did
we're
we? I'm guessing we prized the Frostlass. then.
probably, yeah. Yep. So we are gonna grab Night Stretcher and Air Balloon off of this here.
I wonder what the stretcher's for here.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. Maybe it could be something we save for the next turn potentially. It could probably grab also one of those dark energies that we're gonna use to maybe retreat.
Well, so we're air ballooning this
Okay.
active, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Um,
Yep. So
Then-
we are going to grab some energies here.
yeah, I wonder if Rafal is gonna take the initiative and take the knockout here, or just let the damage start to build up.
Yeah.
And like give Dan the counter catcher as a out. We see Dan here looking through the prize cards again.
Yep.
Just confirming.
Yeah, just trying to see what we can kind of work with here. We're gonna put the air balloon onto the monkey dory here.
So it does
move
look
the Grimmsnarl up.
like Roth is gonna take the initiative and start putting pressure on Dan. However,
Yep.
this gives Dan counter catchers and a lot to work with on this next turn.
Yeah, and it's again one of those things where we're only taking a single prize knockout as well. So at some point we're gonna have to see if we can put some value into getting back onto even pricing or take out a big two prizer.
Yeah. With these, how Grim plays the Diva play is still really real for Roth here, and Roth needs to take a prize.
Yep.
If,
Oh yeah, we definitely
Bryce, could you
yeah,
tell him to take his prize?
Yeah, good catch. Yep.
Roth's like, oh,
oh,
I get an extra
yeah, I
card.
get an extra card now. So now we're gonna see the Charizard come in on Dan's side here. We're gonna see that Infernal Rain ability come in. We are going to be putting some energy into play here. And, ooh, looks like we are going to be putting the second energy onto the Pidgeot here so that Blustery Wind attack will be able to take a knockout on some of these single prize Pokemon as well.
Yeah, I wonder if Dan's gonna try to go for like a Iono CC play here. Which
Yeah,
I think would be pretty good. Get this Frostlass off the board, as well as leaving Roth with only 5 cards and hoping that he doesn't get back into that Frostlass.
definitely. So it looks like we're going to just draw into a couple candies, some Monkey Dory here. Yeah. And then Arctic saying they played Hero's Cape.
Hero's Cape is a spec that you can play in the deck.
Yeah,
that,
Hero's Cape is pretty good too. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Yes.
I know we got yes, shout out
The
straight out.
handsome
Dan and Cutie
cutie
Rafal.
over here.
Yep, so the boys came to play today, so hopefully we can get prepped for the next few events here. So super excited to be able to do the King of the Hill always. We always enjoy doing that on the stream here. So
Yeah, it's a great time, and
yeah.
Dan's actually playing, so that
Yeah. So we see the CC here, just like you said.
okay. This does seem pretty good, and we
Yeah.
see Dan just thinning out cards from his hand that he
Yeah.
so that he doesn't draw them later in the game off of Iono deck and then deck searches in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Dan actually playing for one since he's going to a regional.
Yeah.
And traveling far for
Yeah,
one too.
traveling. Yeah. I forgot. Did he get into LAIC also?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I
so he's
believe
gonna do both Buenos Aires and LAIC.
Yeah.
So really big opportunity for anybody who does both of those events to get some really solid points
Oh, for sure.
for the invite. So that could definitely change the trajectory of somebody's season. So we're gonna see the Pidgeot retreat into the Zard here, and we are going to be taking out the Frostlass here. Okay.
We did not take the Dusclops.
Yes, unfortunately. But we are going to be going back into this Monkey Dory here, and we don't have too much damage that we can really move around here. It's looking like it's just going to be one of those, just maybe move all these single damages here. And then just swing with the.
We see
Grimmsnarl.
Brafall cheat. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Two for two on Mesagoza though. Is pretty,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah, the Mesagoza's actually been hitting for both players too, which is definitely definitely cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna see the Mesagoza be used. Potentially we bump it maybe with the Spike Move we have in hand as well. But we have the Arven as well. So the Arven will be played. Looks like we are gonna grab Night Stretcher and TM Evo, and we're going to go back into the Frostlass here as well.
Yeah, I
which is
think-
super solid.
I don't know if Fall plays a 3-2 or a 2-2 Frostlass line, but I think
Yeah.
ours on here for either. Okay, we're grabbing the
Yeah.
monkey. I was either thinking go into third monkey or rebench a what's it called, Snorunt,
Mm-hmm.
so we could start building up the damage a lot faster.
Definitely. But we do have a second Grimmsnarl in play already, which is also something important to think about because, I mean, now we got two really big bodies that we need to take off of play here. So
Yeah.
looks like we are going to go back into the Grimmsnarl here. We use the triple monkey almost, pretty much. And we are going to take a knockout onto the Duskull.
Yeah, so Dan's heading for what 240 here.
Yeah.
We're
240.
still the CC off the top here is again really nice because
Yeah.
now we can fully clear Frostlass from being in play this next turn. If we could get like a Turo on this as well this turn, that would feel pretty good, I would think,
Yeah.
for
definitely.
Dan. However, Dan did just use a Super Rod.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough. I would hope that we have at least another Charmeleon that we could put into play here as well.
That I would
That would
agree
be
with
good.
as well. Yeah. If we Turo, if we have Turo Rare Candy plus more energy, plus enough energy in deck,
Yeah,
this could be a pretty good turn from Dan.
yeah. So let's see what we're going to be looking for here. Don't know. This only runs one Charmeleon. Oh, okay. 'Cause some of the ones that I've been playing lately have been running both the 100 HP and the 90 HP Charmeleon. Maybe
Or
I'm
the
playing,
90 and the 100.
yeah. So maybe I'm playing a different list, but
Hermione is
yeah,
2 is the standard, but if
Yeah.
it's Hermione's list, yeah, it only plays the
yeah. Because I think Hermione also plays the Mew also, which is really cool.
yeah.
I like the Mew. The Mew is cool as a corner out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
Just being able to set it up in one turn, and we
Yeah.
do see the CC on the Frostlass.
Yep. So we're going to be taking Frostlass out of play, just like you were saying. Oh, actually, looks like we might be taking out
Oh,
the Monkey Dory, which I also don't really mind as well.
that's interesting though, because this damage is gonna start stacking.
Yeah,
Up
it's
for
going to accumulate, but I guess, yeah.
Rafal. How many energy? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 energy on board, so Roth still has another energy in deck. But yeah, I think I would have liked the Frostlass so that we could
Yeah.
prevent the damage from coming onto the board.
Yeah, and asking Roth about Baja Blast. Oh, believe me, we got some Baja Blast here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So as soon as Roth's done, Roth made a very fun purchase today that we will be trying on the stream sometime tonight as well. So, yeah, he's big Baja Blast guy. Yeah, and then Arctic definitely agree. It's definitely not the greatest looking board here for Dan, but you know Dan, he makes the most of what he's able to make. So he's definitely a big proponent of those decks that you lose until you win.
Yeah. I wonder what Roth is hoping to get out of this iron bundle, if we're actually gonna use it, and if so,
Yeah.
because I don't think this Zard can't be KO'd if it's on the bench.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
we can
true.
only put 4 to it, so it'll be at 270, 280 with Frostlass. So
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play the Spike Muth here. Let's see. And I don't know, are we gonna be playing it? It looks like we're just gonna double monkey. We're gonna put 4 damage counters somewhere here.
I guess we can put it on to one of the Charmanders and
Yeah,
then
and we
take
could
3 this turn.
Yeah, take 3, which is pretty solid. Taking 3 is pretty good too, because it turns off Briar also.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Are these lists playing Briar these days?
Dan's I believe does. I think I saw it in the
Yeah,
deck.
and I kind of like this move
Oh.
too. So we're going to be taking 2 single prizers here, both Charmeleons. And this is pretty good because it kind of sets up that, Dan's only attacker is going to be the one that requires a one-shot to win.
Yes,
So,
however, if now Dan can Turo this Zard up,
Yeah.
and I guess we're down 2 counter catchers. I believe it
Yeah.
only plays 2, right?
Yeah. I don't think Zard's ever played more than 2,
yeah.
just because I feel like the lists have always been a little on the tight side.
Sure.
So you can't really play too many of those kinds of cards, like the Super Rod and CC and all that stuff. You gotta make so much room for so many other things.
Yeah, I would really like as Dan to be able to go Turo this Zard while Gust KOing something with this Pidgeot. However, that's just not possible due to the fact that we played both counter catchers.
Definitely.
Um,
Okay, so looks like we're gonna be quick searching here.
I guess maybe the best play is just to. I don't even know. Yeah, I really would have liked on the previous turn to knock out this Frostlass.
Yeah.
Because damage is building up too fast now. With these Monkey Dories both having 30 on them to move on this next turn.
Yeah.
I think Ruff has this checkmated, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's definitely tough just because we have so many.
we're going
ways
into
around
the
here.
Klefki this.
Yep, the Klefki.
Oh, I guess that does shut off the monkeys. However, if Rafal just has a boss.
Yeah, because this even gets around the Klefki even gets around the bundle too, which is kind of interesting because I feel like the reason why we play the bundles for stuff these Pokemon that like to mess with the abilities and stuff like that a lot.
So Dan saw his prizes just because we don't want to sit here and take long deck
This
searches.
isn't like a tournament or locals or anything. We're just testing. We're doing King of the Hill here. We're just getting prepped for Vegas. So we just wanted some entertaining games to stream for everybody and all that stuff. So nothing super serious that we're doing here. Not playing for anything besides the betterment of our own teammates.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Dan has Gust, Frostlass, with Klefki active, and just say, Rafal, you don't have a way to get out of the active, that would be kind of good.
Yeah.
I would have to assume.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Rafal only has 1 more energy.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, since we're just testing and stuff like that, we can definitely take back stuff like energy attachments, stuff like that. So, looks like we are going to go for. Is this a joust here we're doing?
Yeah, I wonder if. Yeah, Boss Joust would be pretty cool, but it looks like Dan might be going Iono Joust.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel great to me.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things, too, that kind of helps in Dan's situation is that Grimmsnarl doesn't have any onboard draw, really.
Yeah.
So, being able to do Iona to 2, usually it sticks.
The Iono to 2 is good here. It's just, with the Grim the active, it doesn't feel great. Especially because I feel like we're going to need to hope to play into a Briar play to try and win this game.
Definitely.
We are just jousting the active Grim. So if Rafal has has a boss, he has the game won. If he has Devo, Dan did have both boss in deck. He was down. He is down both counter catchers.
Yeah,
However,
both counter catchers are down, but yeah, we do still have boss, so we have one in hand as well.
we have lilies.
Yeah, we do have Lily.
Here I feel like so fine as Rafal to just knock out the active even.
Yeah.
Like there's so little that he can do, that Dan can do into just like knocking out this active.
Yeah.
Um
Let's see. So
Yeah,
we're gonna play
this-
the Lily here.
This game just feels so in Rafal's favor. With the Dusknor line prize for Dan, it just felt like he has nothing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see.
I wonder if there was a point where Dan could have made a different play to put him in a better, slightly better
Yeah.
board state.
Yep. So we're gonna put the 3 onto the Charmander, and it doesn't look like we got much left that we can do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Gotta make sure Roth takes his prize
I
here.
was just about to say that. Then
There we go.
And take your prize, we're
Roth,
full. Okay,
There we
okay.
go.
we're good.
We're good. We're
Um,
good. So we're gonna play the Lily, I guess, on Dan's side here. And now we're at that point where Charizard knocks out everything.
Yeah.
But even though Charizard does knock out everything, something we still have to think about is that Rafal only has one prize left.
Yeah.
So anything can pretty much finish the final blow here. Anything like from like a Devo, boss, anything like that.
Yeah, I mean Rolf just has board on game with
Yeah.
double Monkey Dory on the Charizard
Yeah.
plus Frostless to get the
Yeah.
tick, the extra 10.
Yep. So it
So
looks like Dan's just trying to see what other outs he can kind of play too.
yeah, I think Dan only has one fire energy in deck, so I don't know if he's going to. Oh, maybe he has 2. Oh, he does
Yeah,
have
there's
2. Okay,
Yeah. Got enough.
just enough. However, like this Fez is boss for game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't see a way for Dan
Yeah.
to win this game unless Rafal has a massive just brain fart.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one of those things too where like the slow start, it's really going to take a lot out of you.
Yeah.
So let's go see here.
Fixing
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, looks like
But
we're just
yeah,
going
I
to scoop
think-
it up. Yeah.
Dan saw that there's just double Monkey Dory.
Yep. And Roth is still the king of the hill right now.
He
so
is.
he's going to stay and probably
I think he's playing against Kev.
Kev
Yeah.
probably comes back on.
Yeah, he'll have a
Yeah,
game against
so,
Kev.
Yeah, we'll probably see.
Dan will come back onto stream.
Yeah,
and
you can probably go grab him. He
Yeah.
can probably see what we want to do from here.
yeah, we'll see what we're playing next.
Yeah, and then let's see. Do we got another list here, Bryce? Let's throw on just surprise us. Throw something on there. All right, Dragapult. Oh,
Let
this
me
is
go
perfect for Dan.
grab Dan so he
Yeah.
can yap about his deck.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect timing. So I'll get started with the Dragapult. The Dragapult, people are underrating Dragapult a lot. People say it's not good anymore, this and that. It's still a good deck. You know, something you still gotta learn how to play against. Still gonna have a very high play rate, this and that, but definitely not as strong as it used to be here.
Goodness.
How many gifted for him to play Ethan's Typhlosion? Dude, I'd do that for free.
Y'all,
Yeah.
I will say, Brian,
Oh.
you can play if you want, man.
No. This is for everybody, for everyone going to the event.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but you're also welcome to play because
Yeah,
clearly
it's all right.
I did 0 effective prep for my event.
No, it's okay, Dan. We saw you trying You try to play to your outs.
I did. So the
Yeah.
couple things I saw there I could have done is I could have saved the saved the Artisan
Hmm.
for Charmander rather than using the Ultra Ball because that
Yeah.
Ultra Ball would have been an out off of Iono.
Hmm.
I don't think getting the Dust Skulls was bad. I do think the Joust was probably the best play I had available
Yeah,
to me.
definitely.
But
I mean, it's playing to your outs at the end of the day. So, I mean, if
Yeah.
you're as long as you're able to do what you can, you can't really say too much about that.
no, killing the second
Yeah.
Frostlass I think could have been good too.
Yeah.
At that point, there was enough damage down where I thought Rafal was going to be able to fix his math.
Hmm.
So for me, I wanted to just like prevent his acceleration over the game. Also, I didn't know if I would be able to reach knockout on the Marty's Grimsnarl without some of the damage on there.
Yeah.
So I just wanted some of that to stick.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's tough too because like there's like points of the game too where it would have been great if you were able to Turo up the Zard.
Yes.
But then if you Turo up the Zard, you have no attacker, so it's like
well, Rafal getting boss off of Iono to whatever to kill
Yeah.
both Charmander was
Yeah.
kind of a big deal
yeah,
there.
it was definitely a really good play too, just because like Eli and I were talking about it, where it was like, I mean, this is Zard, it's gonna stay here anyways, it's gonna have all the damage on it still. But if you take out the 2 single prizers, they can't turn into anything.
No, and I
Yeah.
was exactly about to Turo Zard
Yeah.
that next turn to
Yeah.
then set up a clean one, but
Mhm.
alas.
Alas.
Here we are.
Yep, now we're here.
Yes, which is why, guys, I think the last time I played Charizard was when we did a like regional prep stream
Yeah.
or something like that. So I just do not play that deck very
yeah,
often.
definitely. Yeah.
But we're gonna get into the next one, and I should have just played frickin' Dragapult apparently, because now Rafal is playing it into Zoroark. And Brian, this is actually a really interesting matchup.
It is a really interesting matchup. I played this matchup before on the Zoroark side. Zoroark has gotten some nicer pieces with the upcoming sets too. It definitely is one that takes advantage of the Veltal, which is really cool instead of having to play something like Maractus. So yeah, so it's definitely an interesting matchup just because Zoroark has a lot of potential to be able to take a lot of those big knockouts right away.
It
Yeah.
does. Trade F, I don't know if I'm going to play Guardy to South America,
Yeah.
but I am hoping the Pokédad buff is real.
It
So
is
we're going to
real.
see.
Yes.
Apparently, the marriage buff is real for Rafal because holy double Buddy Poffin again in this
Yes.
hand.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely goes crazy. It's not the greatest thing to see something like the Hawlucha in the start, but still, being able to get as good of a start as this is definitely really nice.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Now, granted, though, with that Lilies in hand, we do have the Ultra Ball. Man, we're looking pretty good right here.
Yeah, definitely are. So we're gonna get the ooh,
And the
ooh. That's a
All right,
nasty.
so real quick though, I don't know why we're putting the jamming tower down. Like Zoroark doesn't
Yeah.
play TM Evo, so I don't know if there's a need to put this down.
yeah, I think he just wanted it so he doesn't have to draw back into it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, I think it's really important to say that because sometimes Zoroarks do play either Bravery Charm or play the Rigid Band.
Yeah,
So keeping that available as an out, I think, is important. Plus, it can bounce the Ends Castle if this list is also playing that.
definitely. And ooh, we even get the Neo uppies off of the
Yes, for
the
Watchtower for
Lilies
Endgame.
too. Yeah, so looks like we're gonna get the attachment here. We're gonna go straight into Badoo.
Oh man.
Oh man,
The attachment down is big, and credit to Rafal
Yeah.
not attaching the Neo Uppie.
yeah,
Absolutely the right choice because you want to use that when Kevin does some kind of wombo combo, and you need the immediate attacker.
yeah. And I mean, a lot of Dragapult lists are still playing stuff like the Hilda and all that. So you have your ways of drawing into it. So it's not something that we really need to worry too much about.
Well, so, and
Yeah.
here's the thing, actually. I made a change with this list. Kenneth and I were talking, and I
Yes.
agreed with all of his philosophies. And so there is no Hilda in this list.
There is no Hilda.
There's no Hilda in this list,
Okay,
but there are 2 research.
I do like the research.
So there are 10 draw supporters in this deck, which
Yes.
means you better be able to play the freaking game.
Oh,
and if
yeah.
not, I have nothing to tell you. And honestly, for a fall right now, we are playing the
We
game.
definitely are. So looks like we get another energy here already. We have some Dragapults.
Okay, the rest of
Um,
this is terrible. But
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. We're able to kind of play the game here so far. Another attachment coming down to this Dreepy here.
And I
And we're gonna go for
love
the
this boss.
I love this play too, just because we're now going to be able to put some damage onto the Zoroark or the Zorua, and we don't have to worry about the clutch keeping the Badoo in the active and the clutch knocking the Badoo at the same time.
And actually, I think Clutch Knockout on Badoo is great for a fall.
Yeah.
Like, that's just fine. Sure, bro. Knock on my Badoo.
Yeah.
do nothing effective with it. But I think what Rafal would really want to do is stop Kevin from getting a Zoroark up here, because
Yeah.
that would be huge.
Definitely. Yeah, and even so, at this point, too, as long as the Lily doesn't really get us, like, too much here, the Zoroark might not even have any attackers to work with here, potentially. So let's see what these 8 cards grab us here. We got a Buddy Poffin, got some more Zorwas, but I don't see a Reshiram here, so it's something to think about here, even though we have the Zoroark.
We do have the Zoroark, and getting the Zoroark is big, but you're right. We have nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we can scratch.
Yeah, we can scratch.
Which, to be honest, is all Kevin really needs, is just
Yeah.
a
The
scratch.
scratch will get us a prize, so we'll see what the trade does here.
And trading the Buddy Poffin, absolutely the correct decision.
Yep. So we got an E-switch and a Nest Ball. The Nest Ball will get us the Reshiram if needed as well.
Not this turn, though.
Not this turn needed, but, I mean, Scratch is usually pretty good here.
It is weird to say that scratch is an appropriate attack, but to be honest, that's all we need.
It is all we need. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to think about it too hard.
So the other thing we could do, though, is we could decline to take a knockout here. And I do think Kevin wants to take the knockout, but I also think there's nothing wrong with just passing if Kevin thinks he's going to be able to set up.
Yeah, definitely.
3 Ooh, I'm not opposed to that, Kenneth. 3 Lily,
Yeah.
3 Research, 4 Iono.
3 Stretcher, 2nd Jamming Tower.
So I do still have the 3 Stretcher, 2 Jamming, and I forget
Yeah.
what else I took out for that. But, oh yeah, no. I literally just swapped out 2 Hilda for 2 Research.
Yeah.
So we see Buddy Poffin. Now, unfortunately, Fall's deck is kind of stalled a bit here.
Yeah, the Turo's okay here. I don't know what that other card
But
was
Kevin
out.
did decide to pass, and I
Yeah.
actually love that.
Yeah,
Well, that's a lie. I love it for Rafal, too, although I do love it for Kevin.
definitely. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to take here. We're definitely deep in thought here. It's definitely not the boss. I didn't get the chance to see what the other card is.
So it's a Night Stretcher.
Okay, so Stretcher's okay here. You can get the Dusclops with it.
Wait, do we have another energy in hand?
We have the Uppies.
In hand?
I think we do. No, we don't have the Uppies.
Yeah, and I think
Oh.
we just, I think that's great. I
Yeah.
think this is great because it prevents the Gust knockout from clearing your guy from the board. You have your Dusclops ready to try to, like, sweep the board a little bit here. Like, I think this puts Rafal in a pretty good spot, and being able to item lock again is very, very good.
Yeah, item block is huge here just because it's going to force Kev to have to manually draw into something like the Reshiram if he needed it, or if he wanted to play it. But now we're just trying to see if we can even draw into anything.
So that
Yeah.
Janine's, I think, is actually pretty powerful. So we can use it to accelerate the 2 energy to the bench Zoras
Yep.
and give ourselves a bit of an easier time going into our next few turns. But if we do that, that means we're not doing much else this turn.
Yeah, and I feel like Kev's a little stuck at this point too.
Oh, interesting. Going to the
Yeah.
active. Are we clutching?
Don't know. Unless do we not know what Janine's does, and does it have to go to does one have to go to the active?
No, my guess is Kevin's
Yeah.
doing this to retreat.
Okay.
So that way Kevin can
Yeah.
retreat, keep an energy on it, and go into the Yveltal.
Yeah.
And Kenneth, I think using research on top of Recon Directive is great. It's fantastic because it just lets you dig that much deeper. And
Yeah.
Lilies, as cool as it is, if you have a big hand, you do not want to play Lilies.
Yeah, so it looks like you are correct, Dan. We are going into the retreat here.
We're debating it.
Debating
at
the
least.
retreat, but at least the idea is there.
The concept
Yeah,
of
the
a
concept
retreat.
of the retreat.
So if we
Yep.
do retreat, what do we go into?
I was thinking we go into the Yveltal here.
I mean, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, we probably go into the Yveltal.
Because we probably want to protect our Zoras.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's going to be one of those things that Rafal has to be careful about too, is later in the game, is being careful putting too much damage onto any of these Zoroarks, because all of a sudden that outrage can blow up anything on the board.
Well, and this is where actually I think that Dust and Clops can be really good because
Yeah.
Rafal's going to have an opportunity here either to clear the Zoroark from the board or clear both Zorua.
Yeah.
And that is really good.
Yeah, and this could be one of those things where, like what Rafa was saying earlier, is that, yeah, it's like to punch the Zoroark, where Raf just takes advantage of taking out 2 single prizers again, kind of like what happened with you in the last game.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And so we're going to play the Buddy Buddy Thin It. We did get an Iono off the top. So we're actually in a spot now where we can respond pretty aggressively.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. So we're going to put down the Fez. We have the Iono.
And this is great for a fall because now
Yeah.
we're going to get essentially a clean hand. We're going to be able to Fez on top of that, so 9 cards. And if we see, a
We
Dracloak.
see the Dracloak, and we see the other energy as well, which is huge.
It is. And so I think the only thing we're missing is maybe a Dust Noir or a Counter Catcher.
Yeah. So we're going to play the Fez first, which is I do like.
We see a Monkey.
Yep, we're going to see.
Is that Dust Noir? No.
No.
All right, so then here's the issue for a fall.
Yeah.
Knocking out this Yveltal sucks.
Mhm.
Like, there's no benefit to it. And we have Boss, we have Turo, we have Energy, but we don't have anything to help clean up the board outside of this Dusclops.
Yeah, so it looks like we're just going to retreat in here, and then do we blow up the Dusclops here? Don't think so.
So if it were me, I would. I would blow up the Dusclops in order to knock out one of the Zora, take 2 prizes, and then re-bench the Duskull. And
Okay.
because with that, you'd be able to set up the Zoroark for a knockout with a punch from Dragapult and prevent Kevin from getting as much draw as he would like to.
Definitely. I do like the way that we went about this, making sure that we get the Zoroark into 80 and then spreading the rest of it onto the Zorwas, just because now it's going to be able to be a clean knockout onto the active Zoroark, and potentially we can move enough damage counters to take an extra prize from there.
Agreed. And so now the Monkey Dory is less good for Kevin because we do need a Dark Energy to attach to the Zoroark.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless we want to rely on an E-Switch, which we certainly can, but...
Yeah. But it's going to be one of those things that we're going to have to draw into anyways. So let's see what Kev decides to do here. He's got Iono potentially. I think in this situation, I would see if you can possibly trade first.
Before the Iono?
Maybe just to see if there's something you want to do beforehand. But I think he's trying to think about if he actually wants to use the Monkey Dory or not.
I think we do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because right now we're not knocking out this, Dragapult.
Yeah.
And 170 from Reshiram's base attack versus 160 with the damage doesn't really make a difference.
So it looks like we're just going to attach to the active and use the Iono here.
I mean, I don't mind that. It guarantees the attack, but it does kind of decrease the power of whatever you want to do next.
Yeah, that's my thing with it too. Because even if you didn't do that play, like, you still have an energy on Monkey Dory to use anyways. And it's not like we have a way for that, for the Zoroark to get knocked out anyways. So I feel like there's no harm in putting the energy onto the Monkey Dory.
And I would tend to agree. We are going to be able to E-switch off the benched Zoroark, but no, I agree. And that I would have liked to see the attempt for the E-switch, though safe bet is fine. Because right now, we don't even have a Reshiram. We're still scratching.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a very low-risk play. Because, I mean, you keep your active alive, and then you're able to kind of move that damage too.
Well, and then we see the Reshiram. Okay, so we're fine.
Yeah,
we're fine. It's all fine. It's all fine.
I guess we're okay. So we got the Reshiram here now. And looks like we are going to do another trade here.
And we have another Reshiram.
We got another Reshiram.
So that's good. We got plenty of options.
Yes, definitely plenty. So looks like we might just copy that Virtuous Flame here and put 170 damage onto this Dragapult.
Which, and I'm going to be straight with y'all, is atrocious for Kevin.
Yeah.
Because Kevin is about to lose a Zoroark and a Zora to a Phantom Dive here. And it's not even going to set Rafal back very much to do so.
If anything, it helps him more because now he's going to get back onto even prizing.
And that's exactly it. So
Yeah.
now Rafal will only need to take 1 2-prize knockout or 2 single-prize knockouts.
Yeah.
And Dusclops is just going to let him do that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be super huge here for Rafal in the next turn. We're going to definitely see him take advantage of it. But looks like we're just going to do that Virtuous Flame here.
So here's the thing. I think Turo's on the bottom of the deck, but there is a very cool play we were just about to make with Turo.
Yeah.
170,
Yeah,
not 90.
I definitely agree. Preserving the Dusclops definitely looks like we're trying to set up the checkmate here.
Bryce, can you just yell at him that's 170, not
Yeah.
190?
Unless did he use the outrage attack?
Outrage would only be 160.
160. Okay. Yeah.
There we go.
All of our adult minds are just all mush.
I know.
Everybody's
No,
mush right
and
now.
Kenneth, there is a second jamming tower in the deck, so there is an opportunity to still get there.
Yeah.
All right. So we do see not a bad hand for a fall here,
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, definitely pretty good. We have Dracloak, which is good. Try to set up. You do a little emote here. Kev always memeing around.
So one thing I'm noticing here, Brian, is I almost would have liked to see the Dracloak, but no, Turo's at the bottom.
Yeah.
There is a world we knock out both Zora and the Zorak.
Yeah.
Now, do we need to? Absolutely not. But
But
it would be cool.
definitely would be. Yeah.
It's also probably incorrect, but it would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, that's why we kind of do these things at the same time, is because when you're testing, that's like your time to make mistakes, right?
Right.
Time for you to like limit test a little bit, see what you're able to do, what you can and can't do. So I feel like it's okay to kind of do these things. Yeah, it's like what Ken's saying. You got to be greedy sometimes, you know?
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I will say I do not love putting that stadium down because we probably want to save that if we need to Baron a little bit.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
we also got listen. No, but Kenneth, it's
Take
not
your three.
cool.
Just
You
take your
always
three.
want to do the cool thing, man.
Yeah.
I do.
He's learning from Mr. Henry Brand, who told him to just punch the Zoroark.
Don't be a coward.
Yeah, so just take your 3.
So I actually do like this Ultra Ball too if we're going to get Dusknoir. Because
Yeah.
I think Dusknoir is going to all but or
or
we just go get
Yep.
the Dragapult.
we take our 3 here.
Guess Brian, is there a reason why we got Dragapult instead of
I
Dusknoir?
don't know. Maybe
Okay.
Are we? Do we know if it's in the prizes or not?
Well, we'll see if he takes it off the prize. Well,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
that's why
there
I
we
took it
go.
off the
That makes-
prizes.
that
Okay,
makes
okay.
sense now.
Reasonable,
Yeah,
reasonable.
very reasonable.
For those who are watching home, the reason why I say get the Dusknoir is because Dusknoir will all but guarantee game for a fall
Yes.
next turn if he is able to find a Dragapult, and there's more outs to Dragapult than there are Dusknoir in your
Yes,
deck.
absolutely. Definitely. So let's see. We promote the Zoroark here. Got the
Rafal is just
ends.
cooking us all, by the
Yeah.
way.
Absolutely. He is the king of the hill right now.
100%.
Yeah.
About to go to 3-0, crushing us
Yeah.
allegedly good players.
Yeah,
This is brutal.
definitely.
All right,
Yeah.
so we do see the
Finding
attachment.
Mochi.
This doesn't really help here.
Yeah. Probably just going to thin it out because we're probably going to end up playing lilies anyways. Going to play the ends PP up here to power up one of those Zoras. And then we might just play the lily here.
I wouldn't mind that. I also wouldn't mind trading and trying to Iono. Because
Yeah.
I think if Rafal's allowed to just do what Rafal wants to do, that's game over.
Definitely.
Because I don't think without Darmanitan, without something like that, there's not enough damage to Monkey Dory. Like, there's not a lot of cool stuff Kevin's going to be able to do here.
Yeah. Definitely. So it looks like we're going to play the Super Rod. We're going to put 2 energies on a Zoroark back into the deck.
And then we
And
are
we're
going
gonna
to
play the
Lily.
Play the Lily here.
And I mean, Rafal can just show the Dusknoir and say, I got game.
Yeah.
He's declined to do so for reasons unbeknownst to me. Oh, I guess there could be a counter catcher knockout on Dusclops.
Yeah.
And that could,
that could
save
change things.
Kevin.
Yeah, that could definitely change things.
Which I think this deck plays 1 counter catcher?
That's a good question.
I don't remember. I know
Yeah.
some.
Oh,
Oh, well,
yeah.
it plays
Oh,
2.
2.
It
Yeah, and we drew into
definitely plays 2.
and we drew into both of them.
So from Kevin's side, then, is the right play to use the counter
Wow,
catcher here?
those are some rough cards. Besides
They
the counter
are.
catcher.
Now the counter catcher's clutch though.
Yeah. I guess it's like good trade fodder at the end of the day, but still. Yeah. Those are kind of rough.
And this is not great. And so I
Yeah.
think the thing is, Kevin needs to either take the knockout here and then hope that Rafal doesn't have the Dusknoir,
Yeah.
or needs to knock out the Dusclops and then try to figure a Turo play out or something like that to apply enough pressure.
Definitely. So it looks like we're going to go for the first trade here. We're going to draw 2. We got Monkey Dory, Serrano.
That ain't it.
Yeah, we're gonna do another trade here, and we are going to get dark energies.
Okay.
Okay, so the energies mean we can attack.
Yes.
So at least we can take it. If we really wanted to, we can take out this Dusclops with the counter catcher here. So let's see if we decide to do that, or if Kev has a different line here that we're not looking at.
We could also do something like knock out the Latias or something
Yeah.
similar, but
Yeah, it looks like good play here. We're gonna take out the Dusclops.
yes. And that is a great play by Kevin because now Rafal's going to be capped at either 200 or 240 damage
Yeah.
this next turn.
Definitely. So it looks like we're gonna take the knockout here, and let's see how Rafal decides to go about his turn now.
To be honest, Brian, I think you just punched with the damaged Dragapult.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But and we get the Neo upper energy, but we don't really need it here.
So Kevin is still at 4 prizes, so Blood Moon Ursaluna is not very helpful right now.
Yeah.
We do have boss's orders if we want, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. The boss would be good too, because you can take out stuff like the Reshiram or the Monkey Dory.
I think actually taking out that Reshiram is not bad
Yeah,
here.
it's definitely not a bad play because, I mean, we don't even have anything to use Scratch on or anything like that, so that would require Kev to have some extra pieces to attack. Those are some shiny cards.
They are. Oh, so we do see the Monkey
Yeah.
Dory.
Yeah, so the Monkey Dory is going to come down.
We do not have an out right now to a Luminous Energy, and with 2 attached, there's only 1 left in deck.
Yeah. So it looks like we are going to just Lily, get 6 fresh cards here.
And so, I mean, Rafal's in a really, really good position. It's rare that as Dragapult you're this far ahead in games.
Yeah.
But to like have the flexibility now where you could probably Phantom Dive twice
Yeah.
before you lose the game, like that's so much pressure.
Definitely. Let's see.
So it looks like we didn't get a Luminous or anything. In fact, we didn't get a whole lot of stuff we really want to use this turn.
Yeah.
So is this just a Phantom Dive and
It might
chill?
just be. We're going to go into the not damage. Oh, unless. Oh, there we go.
And I think that's the right
That's
choice.
the right choice.
Because
yeah.
you don't want to give Kevin an opportunity to one-shot the clean one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we are going to go here probably with the Phantom Dive. Let's see where we're going to put the 6 damage counters here.
I kind of just want to see them all go on Monkey.
Yeah.
It's either all go on Monkey or all go on Zoroark.
Yeah, I feel like spreading them doesn't really do too much here.
No, because we're going
Yeah.
to be able to be Monkey from either the active Zoroark
Yeah.
or the others.
it looks like-
No.
ooh.
No Rafal. Go into the damaged one.
Yeah. I think the only reason why he's thinking about this is so he can potentially.
Like, retain the Monkey damage.
Yeah, I think that's the reason.
And I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Especially because the amount of margin you have right now. Like, I think that's totally reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, because Roth is very clearly ahead in this matchup, too. So let's see where we put it.
I think if we are doing this with Monkey Dory, part of me would want to see the damage go on the other Zoroark.
Yeah. Yeah, I would, too, just because now we'll be able to get that complete clean 280 once we use the Monkey Dory.
Well, and now here's the thing.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to bear at this point because we did just draw the Watchtower, and that is
Yes.
going to be getting rid of Rafal's last last jamming tower here.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, and that's the thing with going really aggressive with those stadiums is that when you need the bear, all of a sudden you can't use the bear.
exactly.
Yeah.
Connor, Rafal's playing my Pult deck
Yeah.
because Rafal's won too many games with decks he normally plays, so we're forcing him to switch it up a little bit.
So we got to handicap him a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Make him play a
he's-
worse deck.
Yeah, he's playing too well right now.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we see the boss. We see the Absol.
Ooh.
I mean, so that's just cool.
Yeah, the Absol is cool. I
Now,
like
is
the
it any
Absol.
good right now?
You know, I couldn't tell you.
It's probably not ideal.
Probably not, but there's some cool things you can do with it, definitely.
Absolutely.
It could definitely address like the issue of like your damage cap.
So it can.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's a great inclusion in this deck in general, both
Yeah.
for the disruption and for having the one-shot potential
Yeah.
without damage on your board. Right now, it's not really doing a
Yeah,
ton.
definitely.
And honestly, I hate to say it, I think this is a scoop 'em up angle for Kevin.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. You probably could have like considered the scoop starting last turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, best of one. We're trying to show
Yeah.
off some good games here.
Yep, and we're trying to, just show off some of these decks here. So it looks like we are going to put down the Absol anyways.
Her fault.
Yep.
Well, we do have double E-switch in hand.
Yeah,
And a boss.
very true. But then again, we don't have any way to get out of this active.
There is a Pecharon in deck.
There is, but do we have a way to draw into it?
Do we have a Cyrano?
We had a bunch of them, but we definitely have traded away a lot of them.
We have. Oh boy, we actually do have what we need for a claw here if there's a Pecharon available.
Yep.
Okay, well, we do have double monkey.
Yeah, double monkey's not too bad here.
No, unfortunately, it is not going to be enough to reach the one shot on Dragapult
Yeah.
with Absol. This is
Yeah.
crazy though.
It definitely is. I don't know what this does here.
I don't know, but we also probably need to make a move.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, I think
All right,
they're
so-
kind of discussing it right now.
yeah, just talking through the turn. Connor,
Yeah.
wait, no.
Yeah.
What are we wait knowing?
Yeah, what are we wait knowing about?
Oh, the Absol line.
Oh,
So unfortunately, I don't think the Absol line is going to do a ton here. If we had Cyrano still for Pecharon, I think the Absol line could do a lot here, but it's
Yeah.
probably not going to be enough. The biggest part of the Absol line is if Kevin was able to get rid of the boss's orders or something from Rafal's hand, that could have been enough pressure to kind of claw back into the game.
yeah.
See what I did there?
Yes,
Claw.
I did.
Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. But unfortunately, I think this is going to be about all she wrote.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's been that way for about a turn now.
It has.
Yep. So it looks like we're kind of regretting putting down the Absol in the first place.
Bryce, would you kindly tell them to move
Yeah.
it along?
Yeah.
I do appreciate the braining and thinking, but
Yeah.
Connor is on YouTube, Kenneth. And for those of you watching, we are happy to have you on YouTube, Twitch,
Yeah.
wherever you want to be.
Anywhere that we can talk to you on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just appreciate you being here with us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, and so I mean, we have the boss. We also have the
Yeah.
counter catcher. Both are fine.
Yep.
We do see the Pulse. Like we are going to retreat, knock out the Dragapult
Yep.
with this bench Zorak.
Yeah. It's just funny seeing two Molarators in the
Yes.
chat with two different badges on them.
Thank you for joining YouTube. Kenneth. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right, so we do see the knockout on the Dragapult here, but then all Rafal needs is either a Gust or really a Gust, and that's about it. So what do we draw?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Kevin really has played himself back into this
Yeah.
game.
Saturday, they're probably talking about the Evanston League Cup.
Is that what we were talking about?
I think so, because that's what Kev was talking about earlier.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, because apparently there were like no cups or challenges scheduled for this weekend. Yep.
And this is a play I love for
Yes.
Rafal. We are going to Iono item lock, and
Yep.
that brings everyone joy.
Absolutely.
And this absolutely has to be Iono, right?
Yeah, definitely. Either way, too, even if we do Iono, there's a chance that with these two cards, we could potentially draw that Luminous Energy.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't do anything. 'Cause there's no damage on our
Oh,
board.
yeah, there is no damage, unfortunately.
But it is cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
So we do see neither thing that's
yeah.
very helpful.
He's
Rafal's
wondering,
just like,
he's like, do I play this?
so I actually, no, I would have wanted to see it on Pheasantipity.
Yeah.
Because I think there is a very small chance that we end up cruel arrowing to win this
Yeah.
game. Is that an airy?
It is an Airy.
Okay. So, I mean, Brian, talk us through Kevin's turn here. What's happening?
Yeah, so I mean we're using the final trades that we can here, and we're trying to see if we can figure out a way to maybe draw into Gust or something here. Looks like we're not going to be able to draw into it. And we just want to see if we're going to be able to take any sort of extra prizes here to get us closer to a win.
I mean, the Turo's cool, but it's not enough.
The Turo's not enough, unfortunately. Yeah. Looks like we're going to play the Veltal down. Don't think that's really doing too much either.
No, because, I mean, if we Turo the active, we lose all the energy anyway.
Yeah,
And so at that point, we might as well retreat.
definitely.
We can Airy to try to clear stuff out, but to be honest, the only thing Kevin cares about is does Rafal have boss?
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, the area could definitely tell him if he's got some sort of gust or not.
True.
Yeah.
And I guess that's true. Well, yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
Kevin just loses here, unfortunately.
Alrighty, so looks like we just go into the Reshiram. Okay. Yeah.
It is chalked.
Yeah, definitely is.
We do bench the
Yep.
Zura, and then we're
Zora.
just going to pass.
Yep, looks like we're gonna pass here. And then we're gonna see if we can win here.
Oh, and we
of
can.
course.
We find the boss's orders.
Wow.
Rafal takes the win,
Wow.
brings down Kevin, and
Boss off the tizzy.
just absolutely crazy. So I
Yeah.
think it's Eli's turn next at this point.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah. Should we kick Roth off the?
I think we should
off
kick
the-
Rob.
off
So
the
actually,
hill?
here's what I'm going to do.
All
Let's
right.
bring Kevin hasn't been up here, right? Eli was up here.
Eli was up here. Yeah.
So let's kick them off. Let's bring
Yeah.
Rafal up here so we can gloat a little bit, and I'll
Yeah.
go play a game against Eli.
yeah, cool.
Sound good?
And then Roth can grab his pie also.
Yes. There's pie.
Yes.
Yes. All right, sweet. I'm going to go grab Roth. I'll be back.
Yeah, got you, dog. Alrighty. So we're gonna get our next set of games going. Roth, where are you putting the 6 damage counters? Actually, oh man, King of the Hill has been pretty fun so far. Hopefully, the guys in the chat figure out what they want to play to the League Cup on Saturday. All right, Roth, you've been the King of the Hill the entire night so far.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I have the freezers behind you.
Oh yeah. Do what you need to do. We got a delicious treat here. Well, we'll see if it is actually delicious or not. I can't believe
Do we
this.
have any?
Oh, maybe the cabinet up there. Yeah, Connor, that's what everybody was talking about today is like if their flights are going to get canceled. At least for a lot of the guys, for us, it's like they're flying in on Thursday.
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
my flight's 7 p.m. on Friday. So, and I got an
Ooh.
email today about like, we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they've mentioned this. I made like a really poor purchase on my way here. I went to Taco Bell. I didn't realize that you needed the entire product. I got the Baja Blast pie. Because I saw it on the menu, and I knew it came out today, and I was like I was running some errands, and I needed some food, and I see it in the corner, and it says like whole pie, more money than I would want to pay for that, and then I was like, can I get a slice? And they're like, oh, we only sell the full pie, and I'm like, oh, all right. So I got the whole pie, and then they're like, and I'm like, is it good to eat? And they're like, oh no, it's like out of the freezer. So I don't even know if we can really eat it because it's been in the freezer, but I'll show it off. So this is the Baja Blast pie from
Dude, the green screen.
the green is turning into the NRG. The green is turning into the NRG. But I promise this is green and not transparent flavor.
the green.
All right, but I will take this home, and if anyone's curious, message me. I can give it a review
Do
tonight.
a live review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, is Kevin commentating with you?
I thought they were gonna bring you on to kick you off.
I
of
guess
the-
I'll do.
you've
Yeah,
been-
I'll,
'cause
sure.
you-
I'll do a game. I'll do a
you've
game.
Been, you've been winning too much. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna put you on there. Dang. Let's see what everyone says here. You looked at Fat Charizard, Connor. Really like that deck right now. Is that the like Heroes Cape Zard? That's probably what I'm assuming. Yeah, there's a
Put your
hole
head in
your,
the middle.
There's a hole in your pie.
Yeah, Connor. About being sick of losing the Pult, I've like actually played very little Pult. Just in general, since it's been like a good deck, and just playing it, I was like, damn, I get why people hate playing against this because I just
Yeah.
feel like I can come back from anything.
Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. And then a lot of people are really non-believers of the Pulse now, or like for the next like format or so. So we're gonna see. Ooh, let's see what the draw 2 gets us.
Yeah,
Get
that
Arbor.
draw 2 really builds up. There was a time I was playing Kangaskhan and Terra
Yeah.
Box for a little bit, trying it out, and
Yeah.
I mean, early on, like if you don't have to get retreat into Water Pond, you just go into Kangaskhan, draw 2.
Yeah.
Next turn starts, draw another 2. It's like, oh, all right.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely helps. A lot of these are basics too. So I definitely I played against Kev before where he was playing Terror Box with megas, and like the Mega Mawile definitely took some games against me.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
is that Fez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say it might be a Dango angle.
I mean, Dango's
Yeah.
it just gets the job done. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Definitely. Yeah. So let's see the prizes on both sides here.
Yeah, I don't think anything stood too much on
Yeah.
Eli's side. Dan obviously has that that Fez, but you know, for now he's doing all right. It's not like he's gonna need the Fez for a little while against
Yeah.
Guardy, right? Unless Eli goes wild here.
Yep. We're gonna get we got a nest ball here to get a Ralts. Do you think we play the Iono to get the second Ralts down?
I think almost definitely. I mean, well, the rest of the hand is just like a candy
Yeah.
and an energy. So I think
Yeah.
he kind of has to, especially with, you know, again,
Yeah.
Dan's hand's building up, right? He
Yeah.
vessels for 2 energy, draws 2 with Kangaskhan. It's like, oh, all right. Well, we kind of
Definitely.
we got to do something about Dan's hand right
Yeah,
now.
Definitely. I mean, I only asked too because every time I play the Iono when I'm in a situation like this, I end up drawing into both Curlias. So it's definitely a risk to sometimes play that Iono because you never know if you're going to draw into either both Curlias or the only Curlia in your deck, and all of a sudden your Evo is pretty much useless now.
Yeah, I mean that's like the worst feeling.
Yeah.
I played Grimmsnarl to Milwaukee,
Yeah,
and the same
oof.
thing would happen with like the
Exactly.
Frostlass. Like you draw
Yeah.
your Frostlass, like, well, all right, that sucks.
Yeah. So we did draw into one Curlia here. So let's hope we got the second one in the deck still. We do.
There we
so
go.
We're
He seems
okay.
pretty confident. So.
Yeah, so we're okay for now.
Yeah, and Dan's deck, I mean, inherently, like, if you go second, it just is so slow, right? You don't really have, like, an efficient way to power something up, like a turn 2 attack. So, you know, Eli's just kind of got to get a free turn to evolve here and then
Yeah.
start developing his board. So, you know, both players just kind of, you know, doing their thing. Dan does have, I think, the Turbo Energize in his hand. Now, as for like the ideal way to build, kind of like set up your board in Absol Kangaskhan against Gardevoir, I mean, obviously going really heavily into the Mega Absol,
Yeah.
right? It's just so big. Guardy, if you're not playing Drifloon, it's very difficult to just knock it out of nowhere.
Definitely.
Especially with all the various buffs that that the deck puts onto their Pokemon's HP. I don't know if Dan has a supporter. His hand doesn't look like the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of Pokemon. He will at least get the... Okay, there's an Iono. So he's doing
Yeah.
all right. So, you know, worst case scenario, he gets energy on the board and he just kind of goes from there, right?
Yeah, and the Energize, being able to at least use that is going to be really huge for him as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, is it 2 to 1 Pokemon or 2 anywhere on your bench?
I think you can spread them out.
I believe you can. Otherwise,
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't play it in Guardy because you'd just
Yeah.
put like 3 on Monkey or something.
Yeah,
2 on Monkey.
exactly. Yeah.
So there's Dan. Yeah, he's probably going to put 1 on Monkey Dory, 1 on Absol,
Yeah.
and next turn he's just going to be ready to
Yeah.
start picking away at Eli's hand. And if Eli doesn't have a Guardy EX, or honestly, even if Eli does have a Guardy EX, it's going to be pretty easy for Dan to just kind of blow it up if he can get a boss here.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're going to see what we can do on Eli's side now, but we do have the Ultra Ball, which means we are going to get Gardevoir EX into play.
That
which is
is
huge.
true. Yeah, he's got Ultra Ball. He's got Candace. You can even evolve kind of that middle one
Yeah,
there. That's
definitely.
probably the call here.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree. Let's see what we also decide to discard as well. We have 2 monkeys in hand, so we're probably okay with taking out at least one of them.
Yeah, he is. He does seem to be missing a draw supporter. I think I wonder, do you think there's a possibility he goes like Candy Guardy and then the other Ultra Ball just becomes like Mew EX just to cut his hand down?
That could definitely be a possibility here too.
Because it does feel
Yeah.
like I've hit a lot of Guardy on ladder. I'm sure all of us have, and it does
Yeah.
sometimes feel like they kind of live or die by that Mew, right? You're
Yeah.
just like, well, I have kind of a slow start. I'm just going to turn 1 Ultra Ball and just hope
Yeah.
I get like, go into a functioning hand.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna go with that, and then we will be able to Ultra Ball the rest of our hand potentially here.
Or
but
that sucks because if
yeah.
you bench the Fez, you can't really do it.
yeah, you can't. Maybe he knows that we can't use it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we don't have Mew. So we're gonna Psychic Embrace, 3 energy here, and we're probably gonna just knock out the Monkey Dory, I would assume.
Yeah, he can do 2 to Monkey
Yeah.
Dory and then, move 2 to Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
Move 2 to Absol from
Yep.
his bench Monkey Dory and then
Yeah.
knock out the Monkey Dory on Dan's bench.
Yeah. Unless are we gonna?
I think Dan just confirming what Mist
Yeah.
does, and Mist does not stop Monkey Dory damage
Yeah.
from moving.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it's effective attacks,
Um,
right?
Oh, unless we're just trying to get some damage off of the Screamtail, and then... Yeah, maybe they're just discussing what's the more optimal way of using your damage here.
Yeah, they might be talking about the fact that for Dan's deck, you kind of want to play around the fact that you're
Yeah.
you're a big guy and you're just like taking hits.
Yeah.
And you don't really want to get into a position where, like, as Eli, you don't want to give Dan damage. That's really kind of
Yeah.
the thing in any matchup where there's heavy kind of Monkey Dory going on.
Yeah.
You really want to give your opponent as little damage. Like, you want to make them work for the damage on their board.
Definitely, yeah. So... see what we do here.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, we just saw him poke gear. He saw the
Yeah.
Latias there. He needs a supporter.
Yeah, I know.
There's Arvin. Okay, Arvin
okay.
will. All right, well, Arvin's going to unlock everything
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Because Arvin will be able to get him that Latias. He'll be able to retreat
Yes.
into Absol. I don't know if he has a Dark Energy in hand,
Ooh,
though.
maybe
Penny?
take
I
the
don't know about
Yeah,
Penny.
I don't know about Penny, too, because I was thinking if you grab the Arvin, you can grab the trolley. The
Yeah.
trolley just loads up everything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Eli can necessarily deal with just like a lone Absol, though, because the Mist Energy does prevent the confusion from Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
But in my humble opinion, I
Yeah.
think Dan might have wanted to go for that Arvin. I think he's
Yeah,
realizing
I
now.
think he's realizing
you-
it, yeah. Yeah. This is why we do this.
Yeah.
So we can realize our mistakes and try to learn from them. Yep.
Yes. I mean, obviously, it is unfortunate because it still does look like Dan doesn't necessarily have a way to get a Dark Energy onto the Absol. But
Yeah.
just in general, for like the sake of your own board, you really want to, just get set up and get going here.
Definitely. Let's see. So we can get the... Worst comes to worst, maybe we can... I don't even know. Because the Yveltal, it's not a colorless cost, right? It's a
No,
dark cost.
it's a Dark Energy.
Yeah.
So Dan, I mean, he is kind of getting his ideal board state. I think after here, it's either like the Yveltal or maybe the Petulant or maybe even a second Kangaskhan or something. But
Yeah.
now he's in a situation where he, I don't know, he would really rather not pass.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like I have seen builds of this deck that do play maybe like a Budu to slow down your opponents in certain situations. He
Definitely.
could put like a Bravery Charm on it just to keep out of Monkey Dory range.
Mhm.
But yeah, Dan is in a funky position here where he like has the hand that he wants, but he cannot actually do much with it except
Yeah.
for
the
that.
E-switch, yeah.
Except for the E-switch, which is huge.
Oh,
And the counter.
oh my-
Never mind.
oh,
Dan is
Dan is-
actually doing
Dan is
literally
cooking.
anything he wants. He's
Dan
about to
is
demolish
cooking.
his Guard of
Oh,
War.
wow. Dan's cooking here.
Wow. Okay, and he gets to discard a card from Eli's hand, which is
Yeah.
quite small.
Yep.
Mew, Ultra Ball. Oh, that Ultra Ball
Oh.
is gone. Eli has to find. I mean, he has Fez and Mew draw, right, to get
Yeah.
his kind of board back into a functioning state.
Yeah. Dan cooked here.
We were like
Wow.
talking about how we were like,
Yeah.
Dan's not really doing much here. This hand's kind of bad. He can't even attack, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like, no, that E-switch just unlocked it.
Yeah, definitely.
What does Eli want to do here? I mean,
Yeah, Artisan. Let's
Yeah,
see,
you
we
want
gotta see if we
Artisan.
can like clear as many things off the hand as possible, so this Mew can grab us as many cards as we can potentially.
Yeah.
That might just be our only move here.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was scared of benching the Mew, but it's not like Fez is particularly safe
Yeah.
from Absol either, right?
That's
A
true.
Monkey Dory moves 1 damage to the Fezanipity, and that gets knocked out
That
too.
gets knocked out too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna play one liability, might as well play 3, right?
Yeah, especially if your ultimate goal is to eventually become a Gardevoir. It's like
Yeah.
you're just gonna have all these 2 prizes to get 1 shot on the board.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting that we're gonna put them.
Oh, so no Mew. This is kind of risky.
It is kind of risky.
What does he have there?
Yeah.
He does not look happy.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, that's tough.
there's an Iono.
Yeah,
Oh, that
there's
actually
research.
might be a.
the research.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's research too.
Oh.
Research could be pretty good here too. Yeah, so let's see what we're working with.
Yeah, I think just the issue here is, well, part of the issue is also like, Mew would be a good option
Yeah.
if Dan didn't have that miss energy on Absol. Because you could copy Terminal Period and just remove all the energy off of Dan's board, but you cannot do that. So he does have the Gardevoir.
Yeah.
But then what is the attacker you want? Because if Dan has a
know.
boss, you probably want to Iono him.
Definitely.
Oh, he's just not going to evolve the
Oh, he's
Gardevoir
not
at all.
going to, yeah. Interesting. Looks like we might just stick with the Screamtail here and try to move some more damage around elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, not gonna Monkey
Yeah.
Dory, but I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he does realize that like you're not gonna like realistically you're not gonna be able to get another like Candy Guardy out. So if this second Guardy gets knocked out, like it's just over.
Yeah.
But Dan, it's not like Dan necessarily needs a lot to take a pretty big swing here.
Yeah.
Like a boss would basically win him the game here.
Absolutely.
And even without boss, he's going to be able to pick away at Eli's hand with that.
Yeah, the
with
Claw of
that Absol.
Darkness. Yeah, the Claw of
Yeah.
Darkness is just such a powerful attack. So it looks like we are going to just use the Scream Tail, and we're going to take out one of those Monkey Dories here.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're going to draw for turn here, and we are getting an E-switch.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think. I think if anything, you just you could like put an energy on Monkey, move it to the Fez, but I don't know. Eli has two of his own monkeys. You might just want to save your own Monkey Dory shenanigans for when
Yeah.
it's like time to actually like do something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
True.
Because Eli will just bounce it right back. So putting 2 on Fez right now doesn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah. But looks like we're going to grab the Bravery Charm. Let's see what other item we could possibly work with here.
Yeah, I mean he's trying to get those megas tanky. The way that Dan's board is currently put together, Eli will have to knock out at least one mega. If Dan benches like a Fez or Ursaluna or something, it does mean that Eli will be able to knock out two prizers.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna get Pokegear. He's probably just gonna go Pokegear, Claw of Darkness, and just keep chugging along.
Definitely. Yeah, and it's really starting to show how powerful these megas actually kind of are. I feel like a lot of the times when we were looking at the reveals initially, they didn't really look all that impressive, but now they're really showing like a lot of their power here and why they're worth 3 prizes. Because I mean, look at this. Like Eli's gonna have a hard time knocking out one of these megas at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There goes the hand. So
Yep.
he's just double checking Fez. What is that? Research Iono.
I think
Balloon.
Stretcher, maybe. Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, you don't want Eli to give himself a bigger hand with research, but you also
Yeah.
don't really want to get Iono'd.
Yeah.
So yeah. it'll be
Yeah.
like
Taking out the
Iono.
Iono, I feel like is okay here. Yeah.
And now Eli does. We saw him Iono his own Guardian at the bottom of the deck, so he does have to find it now. Like it's now or never.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, and there's Night Stretcher.
Night
So
Stretcher. Never mind.
there it is. There it is.
Yeah. There it is.
So I guess the issue that Eli's running into now though is like we were saying, he can knock out even if he knocks out the Latias and the Monkey Dory somehow he has to eventually get through one of these megas.
Yeah.
And if one of these megas tanks a hit and he's able to do some Monkey Dory damage moving, it might spell the end for Eli because he might not be able to kind of get back into the prize lead in time.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like we might just play the research and then use the Fez right after. And then this is the Jelly Guardy. Okay, so we do get the secret box here, which is pretty decent.
Yeah, he's probably just gonna have to, he's got Devo and the 1/1
Yeah.
Jelly line. Those
Yeah.
those are probably going straight in the
Yeah,
trash.
definitely. The Stretcher is going to be able to get us the Guardy, which is nice.
Yes. But now what does he attack with, right? I mean this Absol has
It's got a lot of HP.
Lively Stadium is at plus 30 or plus 40 for basics.
Good question. Let me look it up.
If anyone in the chat knows
Yeah,
how
everyone in
much
the
does
chat
Lively
knows.
Stadium buff a Pokemon. But this Absol is like well into the 300s now. It's basically
Yeah.
a two prize EX. It's like a Charizard,
Yeah, it really is. 3 prize Charizard.
Yeah, and moving all this damage onto it is, it's going to do a lot, but like you're not enough.
Mhm.
And like we were saying with the Mist Energy, you can't confuse it.
Yeah.
So you cannot do some kind of Monkey Dory, like try to buy a turn stuff. It does look like his plan is probably going to be to Scream Tail that monkey and then just stack a ton of damage onto this Absol and
Yeah.
hope you can knock it out the following turn.
And it's 30 HP.
Okay.
And tunnel, we have no bird control here. Nah, many of the team we're not really big control people, except for Ryan.
Yeah,
but
Ryan's busy in
yeah,
the pre-release
Yeah,
today.
Ryan wants to do pre-release, so he's having fun with the new cards.
Yep. So yeah, there's the Scream Tail doing
Yeah.
160 damage. That is also not enough to knock out this Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
110 plus
160
50.
No, 16. Yeah, it's enough with 4 energy.
No,
yeah.
because he also has Lively Stadium.
Oh, Lively Stadium. Never mind.
He does not knock
Oof,
it out.
Yikes. All right.
Ooh, Eli's realizing it. Yeah, there is 160 damage on that monkey that,
Yeah.
that Dan can play around with now.
Yeah. unless we decide to.
Yeah, he's
move
letting
it
him
elsewhere.
reconsider.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli's just that misenergy preventing confusion, and there not being any other two prizes to target does just
Yeah.
put Dan in such a tough puts Eli in such a tough situation.
Yeah. I know, because even if we wanted to knock out something like the Latias, now it's got 240 HP too. That's something to kind of think about as well.
That is true. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all these like kind of invisible buffs, just like passive buffs all over the board. You know,
Yeah.
everyone's so used. Everyone is. I mean, it's just true. Like everyone's so used to the bravery charm, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, like there's just like everything just pass like stuff you don't think about,
Yeah.
right? Like we all know the Absol and the King are getting more HP because like that is relevant to the matchup. But
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, my Fez has more HP, my Monkey has more HP. Like that matters.
Yeah.
That is affecting the matchup, and I don't even think about that until I attack it and I realize it's not knocked
Absolutely.
out.
Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, Eli's scrambling here. I mean, he's thinking what to do. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna Secret Box. I was gonna say he could get his own Bravery Charm, and just make this Scrimtail do a bajillion damage, which is a valid option here. I don't think he has enough Psychic Energy though to do some kind of like massive, massive play against this Absol. So he's just gonna probably either knock out the Latias or this Monkey Dory.
Yeah. Let's see here. So it looks like we're going to have the 8 on the Absol.
So 160, 240. I
Yeah.
mean, Eli would still need quite a
Yeah,
bit more.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, I know you're the big stats guy on the team. Has this deck performed well into Gardevoir historically so far?
I'm gonna be honest, because of my
Yeah.
wedding, I've
Yeah, I
not been
haven't
looking
been
at the
able to.
stats for
Yeah.
this deck too much. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know like when it came out, one of the big things was that it's supposed to be Gardevoir. I know all the Gardevoir heads were like, yeah, it doesn't really be Gardevoir.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually be Gardevoir. But it's like,
Yeah.
come on. I mean,
Top 1% will find a way
Yeah.
to win no matter what.
yeah, nothing. Yeah, of course, like nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing really beats Henry Chow's Gardevoir,
Yeah.
right? Or like Gabon's Gardevoir.
Yeah.
Nothing really beats it, right?
Yeah.
Except for like maybe Zoroark, which is just so tough. But Dark Attacker discards your cards. Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything you want in a deck that is good against. That is good against these decks.
Very true.
Now, Eli targeting the monkeys, even though it's not maybe it's not been like what he's wanted to do, it has put him in a position now where this damage is stacking up on this Absol, and Dan has to do something about this because it's finally getting into range where Eli can blow it up, move a ton of damage with 2, maybe even 3 Monkey Dory, and just win the game.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like we're going to see the draw here.
Yeah, I would say Dan kind of needs just to get his monkeys back.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he does have E-Switch, so, I mean, if even one Night Stretcher would put in a lot of
Yeah.
work.
Did he see Arvin off of that Pokegear?
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I wanna say
He saw some
did.
stretchers.
Yeah.
He might be. Oh, he's just gonna pick up this Absol. That is. I mean,
that's
that is
kinda-
smart because he
that
will
is
get the
kinda
penny
next
back
level,
as well.
yeah.
He will get the penny back as well.
Yeah, I do kind of like that.
Yeah.
And the nice thing too is if he pennies up,
Sorry,
can
he'll get the charm.
Yeah,
the
he
charm
could-
back. Not
he
the
can
penny.
penny into Kang. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, penny into Kang and then free retreat.
Wow.
This is pretty
Not bad
decent.
at all.
Oh, and then we get a nest ball as well.
Yeah.
Does
I
the
don't-
nest ball give us a monkey? Do we have any monkeys left?
I think there's 3 in the discard. I actually
Yeah.
don't think there's any.
Yeah,
more
we don't
monkeys.
play- we
Yeah,
don't
there's
play
nothing you
anymore.
can really do about it.
Yeah.
But Dan's put himself back into a good position here.
Yeah.
Eli, well, because what would he need to knock out this Kangaskhan? He would need quite a bit.
Yeah.
He would need to probably bump this stadium,
Yeah.
probably copy it with Mew, and use like 3 monkeys
Yeah.
or something. Well, at least 2 monkeys. Yeah. So I mean, Eli could go for the win, right? Just use Mew to copy the Kangaskhan attack, double monkey, and like pray we flip a heads. And if you
Yeah.
don't, you just lose the game, right?
Definitely.
But Dan will also get a chance to discard a card from Eli's hand here. So he could discard something that's very
Yeah.
crucial to Eli making a winning play.
Definitely. Oh, and we can't even
Ooh.
use the Mew to
Oh, the
copy.
counter catcher. The counter catcher
Yeah.
is huge. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
has to deal with his Absol.
Yeah, and we can't use the Mew to like copy the whatever it's called, the Absol first attack either because we have that mist energy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
something to think about. Alrighty, so we are gonna put the Guardy into the active here.
Yeah, I mean, time is ticking now. You know,
Yeah, don't
you
have
got to
much
do
work
something
with.
about this. Yeah, I mean, I do wonder if because of the prevalence of Megas kind of becoming more and more popular in these decks, if something like Drifloon is going to start kind of inching its way back up
Yeah.
into classic Gardevoir builds just so you can blow up these Megas. Because,
Yeah.
you know, a 1 prize or taking a 3 prize swing is like, you know, it's just obviously massive.
Definitely. It's a double-edged sword at the same time, though, because I was talking to, you know, like people like Trevor about this because he's a big Guardy guy, and he was like saying it's like, well, the moment that you put Drifloon back into the deck, Monkey Dory is just going to take a multi-prize turn on you, or like a Jamming Tower, or Tool Scrapper, or something like that. It's just going to end up destroying the Drifloon before you can end up really getting some good value out of it. So
That is true. I
yeah,
mean,
something
I
to think
have
about.
seen Guardies also go for like the Mega Gardevoir,
Yeah.
as kind of like your late game blow up option, which is
Yeah.
also obviously incredibly good. The issue is then you do have to evolve a third Gardevoir, and you kind of
Yeah.
have to play around the fact that like a third Gardevoir is going to have to get its way into play. Which is not easy. We've
Yeah.
seen Eli, you know, all the effort Eli's put in just to get these 2 Gardevoir up and running, and how much you know, if you're putting all this effort into getting Gardevoir EX,
Yeah.
you know, how much time and space on your board do you have to get a Mega Gardevoir
Exactly.
EX, especially on
Yeah.
the last turn of the game?
Exactly. So we'll see how many cards we're working with here. Too much.
Yeah, Eli's thinking. He's looking at his options. He might be going for this Mew play. I think he sees it. He does see the counter catcher. I think he might be considering like the Mew try to copy Kangaskhan here.
Yeah.
It might just be like it is what it is. It's the best I can do with what I have. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I just lose the game. You know,
Definitely.
because what are you gonna do? You're gonna do 60 with Monkey?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like-
All right, so the EX is coming down. We got Super Rod in hand. We have Jelly in hand. Iono, Mew.
Yeah, I think Eli's just thinking of like the most efficient way to kind of do this. He's
Yeah.
probably wondering if it's worth to Super Rod anything at all potentially,
Yeah.
just to draw 1 out of Mew. That might be okay, right?
Yeah, it
like,
could be.
like
yeah.
you know,
I mean, you could put Screamtail back, which is always a solid attacker.
true. Yeah. Worst case scenario, you draw into your Screamtail and you get to do something.
Yeah.
Or I guess, well, you're benching me, so I guess you don't get to draw into your
Yeah.
Screamtail. But yeah, it kind of it all comes down to this. He needs counter catcher, then he needs to flip a heads.
Yeah. Oh man.
All right, let's see if Eli can do. He's going to draw 4 cards here total.
Yep.
All right, Fierce Fez.
Ooh.
Ooh, no counter catcher.
counter catcher.
He,
Yeah, we did play the Lily already, so don't
Yeah.
have too many cards to work with.
so what do we got here? I mean, we got forget the Monkey Dory for 60,
Yeah.
and no confusion, and then
No
hope Dan doesn't have a
confusion.
boss.
Oh man.
Yeah,
looks like
he's
just
realizing
scooping it up.
this is way too tough.
Yeah.
This is impossible to get out of. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely close.
Yeah.
Right. Like Eli was definitely like by no means in like a terrible position. There was like it got a little bit funky. That miss energy early was putting a lot of work for Dan. That energy switch he had, and Eli was he was targeting those monkeys, and we saw like what the winning the monkey war does in these matchups. It's good for Gardevoir to win the monkey war. It's good when Grimmsnarl wins the monkey war, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes Pult gets their one monkey out and it like flips their matchups,
Yeah.
right? Like Monkey Door is just really good, and targeting them put Eli within the distance of the win, but Dan was just putting on a little bit too much pressure early on.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me Connor was saying to do this.
Yeah. Oh, it just
you
like
can't
blocks off
see
your
me.
face. Yeah.
All right.
Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna have to take a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go home and attempt to enjoy this pie.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's any good.
Yeah,
I will let
definitely.
you all know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
All
get
right, go-
going though.
Appreciate
seeing ya.
Go grab Dan for us,
Yes,
or
sir,
grab
yes, sir.
whoever's next. For whoever's gonna be the next king of the hill here.
Okay.
Yeah. You're back on. All right. Cool.
My stuff.
Yeah. Here, let me hold on to that so it doesn't make too much noise. Roth better eat that pie with. Yeah, someone in chat is saying Roth better eat that pie with no fork. Oh boy. Yeah, everyone's asking about the pie. Oh my goodness. All right, there you go, bud.
Hello. Oh, hello.
Oh, that was a close one.
I missequenced the last turn. I forgot
Yeah.
that I took Mew off the prizes.
Yeah.
And I was like, Oh, there's a miss, so I can't turbo
Yeah.
period. But I could have went CC Kang and flipped one heads and won the game.
That's what we were thinking too. That you're gonna try to do.
Yeah, if I research instead of if I went CC, if I remembered that I took Mew off of the prize cards.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I could have went CC the Kang and then research, and I
Yeah.
think I can draw through nearly my entire deck
Mm-hmm.
because I have there's like double, 2 or 3 Ultra Balls, so I could have like thinned my hand down.
Yeah.
Just didn't see that before the lilies, sadly.
Definitely.
But yeah, the matchup
Alrighty.
is
It's a tough one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we got Pull and we got Dango Rocks. Okay. So we'll do this
It looks
one here.
like Dan is gonna take a mulligan.
Yeah.
Had a unplayable hand,
Yeah.
Fez pass. I'm guessing.
Probably.
And it looks like Dan did lose the flip, so is going first.
Okay.
Which
For
is
sure. Who do you think is typically favored in this matchup?
I think it depends on how much the Badoo comes into play and
Mhm.
messes with Kevin, and if he can get us a board or not.
Yeah.
But I think it's if Dango plays the game, I think Dango has a fine time into
Yeah.
to Poltnor. And then also how often Dan can get
Yeah.
into the Dustnor line as well.
True. True. Alrighty. So let's see. We are gonna get started here. Oh, Kev's going first. Nesmo
Oh.
comes down.
Okay. So never mind.
Yeah.
Dan might have won the
You might have won
flip.
The flip.
yeah, because I think Kevin wants to go second. So he does
Yeah.
he gets a turn of supporter without Badoo.
Let's see what the prizes are. Doesn't look too bad on Kev's side. Double air balloon's not the greatest.
Both of the air
Yeah.
balloons seem not fun.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's like whatever.
Yeah, it seems pretty standard.
Just the double air balloon is gonna be annoying.
Yeah.
Because that just means these gimme ghouls can just get trapped so easily.
Yeah.
And that also means we don't have a great way. We don't have a way to get like into Soul Rock this next
Yeah.
turn to start taking the knockouts without burning energies.
True, true. So, let's see. Don't even know what we grab here. I guess we're going for second gimme goal here, which is fine. And then we do have the Artisan.
I don't know if we
Yeah,
want to
I
give
don't
that
think-
to Dan though.
I don't think we want to give that to Dan either.
Okay,
Looks
I
like we're
don't-
going to pass it over. And this might just be...
It looks like jamming Tower Iono.
Yeah. Do you think you attach the energy? Yeah, I guess we're going to.
Oh, he
Yeah.
had a Lilies. Okay.
Yeah. Martin, sorry, can be there sending you hugs from distance. I hope. Are you mentioning is because of the Blue Jays, man? Yeah, it could be because. Yeah.
I
Was it-
watched that game.
Yeah.
I was out with friends at a bar watching the
know.
game, and I was like,
I know it was a tough one to watch.
oh.
Yeah, but I was glad they made it as far as they did. It was definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, they definitely.
After last season, especially.
Yeah, dude,
jeez.
they had an awful season last season, but to be able to go from that to the World Series, crazy.
Okay.
definitely.
So Dan just drew everything
Yeah,
here.
he got everything here.
Double Buddy and the Badoo in the
Yeah.
hand. So we're gonna have like a full board,
Yeah.
3 Dreepies, and of
Yeah.
course we prize a Duskull.
Yeah.
Looks like no.
Oh no.
Okay. It looks like there were a lot of dragon in there.
Yeah.
So maybe Drycloaks, but do we just have the other Duskull in hand? Looks like.
Looks like it. Oh,
okay,
there
there it
it
is.
is. Yep. Looks like we'll be playing the Badoo here as well.
Yeah, Dan just.
We
Okay.
got everything here.
We'll
It's a
see what.
crazy hand here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't remember Kevin's hand, but okay.
Yeah.
We did have a Dango.
Yeah, Dengo with energy is pretty good here too.
It's only one though.
Yeah, I mean we have enough to attack at least, but we can't use the gong unfortunately.
Yeah. Sadly,
So,
we cannot
yeah.
search any energy out.
Yeah. So we'll see what we're gonna be able to do
Yeah.
here. We're gonna give the Artisan now that Dan's got a full board here.
Yep.
And that's probably where we're gonna start looking for that Soul Rock and Lunatone combo potentially.
Possible. I could also see. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say I
yeah.
could see him just grabbing another gimmick ghoul.
Yeah.
Just so that we don't have the rocks to get stuck in the active,
Yeah.
especially without the balloon.
That's true.
Forcing us to use an extra energy out of
Yeah.
our hand.
True, true.
Because that's one thing I feel like this deck can lose to is like just Badoo plus Gust.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's see if we get an energy.
we did
do
get an
have the
energy.
energy. Yeah, we do have it. So we are
Alright.
going to use the
Dr-
Turo.
draw on some more cards.
Yep. Draw some more. Ooh, and we got more energy. Pretty good. So we're going to attach and then use that fighting energy probably to take the knockout.
Yeah. This actually like feels like Kevin's in a pretty decent spot
Yeah,
currently.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when you're going first and you're able to kind of get to that point where you're almost going to be able to take, 2 prizes before they're able to take 2,
Yeah.
that's usually a pretty good,
Good
indicator.
feeling.
Yeah, indicator that your pace is good for the match and that if you keep up your pace, you could possibly win the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if Kevin's able to go like triple Goldango this next turn,
Yeah.
and like it's gonna be pretty difficult for Dan, I have to feel. However, Dan I believe does have a counter catcher to go along with this Badoo.
Yeah.
So we will be seeing. We'll see if Kevin can get the Dango plus
Yeah.
plus more energy.
And I'm wondering if that other Dusclops is going to be evolved, if we're going to be putting that onto the active to potentially use as like a pivot, or if we're going to use it on the bench one. Yeah.
I don't think we can give Kevin the prize just
Yeah.
yet. However, if we have to retreat off with a Luminous, that does not feel good.
Yeah, because I feel like you got to, at some point, start getting your energies kind of going here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it looks
I
like
think
we're looking
he's-
at it here.
Yeah.
Let's see where we put it.
I think we might have to.
Yeah.
I think we're just forced into it. It doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
Of course. But believe Dan is forced into it at this
Yeah.
point.
It's not like one of those things where we have to use it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice so that Kevin gets one less card off this
Yeah.
Iono though.
Yep. So he's gonna go down to 4, which is something he'd want to do anyways.
I'm a little surprised we didn't put the jamming down. Maybe is just hoping that Kevin gets rid of his other
Yeah,
stadium
Potentially.
so that we can keep a jamming in play for the air balloons.
Let's see. So we're gonna get our attachment, which is good. Nest ball. See what we grab.
Probably just
Yeah,
Ooh,
get Fez.
Fez,
Fez is
yeah.
pretty good too. I know Kev is definitely happy to see that Fez.
very very happy, especially now that Kevin only needs to go like take one here into take another one and then KO the Fez
Yeah,
for the last
for
2
game,
prizes
yeah.
of game. So it feels like Kev is in a decent spot currently.
Definitely.
If he can get a knockout this turn, of course.
Definitely. So we're gonna see. We have another Dengo in hand. We're
Yeah.
gonna see some more card draws here.
Finding this next metal is going to be difficult though because the
Yeah.
deck only plays 3 and 1 was shuffled to the bottom.
Yeah.
However, with the shuffle now, we increase our odds very slightly.
Yep. So we're gonna grab the Lunatone here, and we're hoping that we have. I mean, we do have Arvin as an out to grab the next to grab the Soul Rock here, so we can start drawing cards with it.
No, we're item locked.
Oh, we're item
so
locked
we
still, yeah.
we can't.
That is
sadly.
true. We are that is very true. I feel like Budu has kind of gone down in play, as like for the like last couple of formats, and it's just starting to get more play now.
Yeah, I mean it's real. The only deck that really plays it and
Yeah.
can play it is
it's
Pult
like
Nor.
Yeah, Pult's literally
Um,
the only one. Yeah.
And then obviously the Guardy has Jelly Guardy has Frillish.
Yeah.
Um,
So we're gonna get 2 cards here.
looks like Kev did. I guess Kev has one more draw.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that draws. If the draw is the metal energy, that'd be really nice
Yeah.
here.
Even though we have no items, I wonder what we can even grab here. The Vit Band. Okay. The Vit Band's okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I think the metal was the next card,
Yeah.
which is
That's tough.
at least it looked like a silver
Yeah.
card to me.
Oh man.
Which I think if Arvin's gonna be our supporter, it should be played before before the draw.
Yeah.
That just always feels bad though.
I know, right? Definitely is. Let's see if we grab anything else. We grab the prime catcher, hopefully, just so we can have some pressure from the hand.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, we'll see what Dan's next turn is. If he feels like he wants to relax and just Badoo again, draw some cards, get more energy on board, or if he feels like starting to get damage down on Kevin's board.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a pretty early to be able to get that damage on board.
Yep. Oop.
Nope.
Nope. Not it. Not what we're looking
SER.
for. Yep. And then this is what Dan was really hoping for him to buy a turn.
Yep.
So this is good. All right, so next draw is going to get us a Night Stretcher. I don't know how helpful that really will be.
It could be nice just to get the Dusclops down.
Yeah, I mean, it could get the Clops down, and then it could lead to a knockout on this active Goldengo.
Yep.
That could free up some space for something like...
Did get the Neo
Ooh,
Upper.
the Neo Upper. Okay. We do have Pult in hand now.
It looks like we
Yep.
are going for it.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like we're going to grab it. Okay, we're going to go straight into Dusclops here.
So I think Dan's just saying, your deck doesn't draw energy well. I really want to start the prize initiative.
Yep.
Um,
Ooh, super heads
oh,
up
and
play
then
here.
we're leaving Kevin's board with a Goldengo and a Lunatone.
Ooh, are we
which
going to play the boss to get the one with the energy potentially?
That could be pretty.
That could be-
That would be really good.
That would be a really good play here. And then we're going to get another Dracloak here as well.
Yeah, this has.
Oh, and we don't even need to use the
wait,
boss. We can
we
use
could've-
Counter Catcher.
There was a CC in the hand,
yeah, there's
right?
a CC in hand.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Forcing Kev to find another energy would have been pretty good, I feel.
Yeah, definitely. That's interesting. We'll make sure to mention that to Dan
Yeah.
when he comes up here.
Maybe he just didn't think about. He
Yeah.
probably just didn't think about it. However, this still seems
It's-
pretty
I
good.
mean, he still has CC anyways, so
Oh,
if he really
yeah.
wants to, he still could.
We'll see if he.
Yeah. Jamming Tower's good.
Jamming Tower's really good. We'll see if he sees the CC,
Yeah, the CC angle
line.
here.
and it looks
Oh,
like he
looks
does
he
miss
doesn't.
it.
Okay.
Sadly, misses it.
Yeah.
However, I think Dan's still in a fine spot
Yeah.
with Kevin being at 3, because even if Kevin goes through this Dragapult, we just KO it with the next one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
However, one thing is, I guess never mind. Kevin doesn't play Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
This is not ESP Guardy or
Yeah.
ESP Dango.
Yeah.
So yeah, this feels fine for Dan.
And I feel like worst comes to worst too. I mean, we can always use like the prime catcher to take out like a one prizer on Kev's side.
Yeah.
Get back to 2 and put his and like pretty much force Dan to need the gust in order to take out the Goldengo.
Yeah. Oh, I think there is a picnic basket, which could come up
There
pretty
is-
big this turn.
Yeah, there is a picnic basket. I know that was one of Kev's first prizes. That's something that
Okay.
also can come in handy as well.
So if we still have if we draw into the picnic basket,
Yeah.
and can gust something
Yeah.
and not like just throw all of our energy into the discard, I feel like Kevin's actually in a winnable position.
Yeah, definitely.
However, if we whiff the picnic basket, we have to burn all of this energy, and then hope that Dan, I guess, and then take a boss knockout with Soul
Yeah.
Rock on the next turn.
Definitely. Definitely have to be careful about putting down any extra baby Pokemon, like the
Yeah.
Gimme Ghouls and stuff.
Yeah, I believe he just is looking to Earth and Vessel at this
Yeah.
turn.
Yep, looks like that's what we're doing here. Get some more energies.
Yeah, thinning down even more.
Yeah, the
so that
picnic
we can-
basket is in the deck.
Yeah. So I feel like if Kevin finds picnic basket here, he just has to feel so good about
Yeah.
about this turn.
Has Kev played supporter yet?
That is a great
Yeah.
question. I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Not that I
If
remember.
he has Arvin, he could just search it here.
Yeah. We'll see what Kevin has in
Yeah.
hand. Oh, I think I just saw like 2 Arvins on the bottom of the
Yeah.
deck. So trying to find those off
Yeah.
this three card draw from Lunatone.
So let's see. So we're gonna use the Lunatone. We're gonna draw 3. Ooh, we got the Arvin and the Arvin. Oh, Gong. Gong's gonna grab energy.
Are we seeing this picnic
Do we
basket put to the
see
top?
the picnic basket? Oh,
I think we are.
yes,
We
gonna
are.
see it. We're definitely gonna see it here.
It's pretty sick.
This is definitely gonna put a thorn in a lot of Dan's plans here.
Yeah, I don't. Trying to think of what else
Yeah.
he's thinking of that he can do. How many energy do we have in hand? 7?
Yeah.
It would be nice to get the attachment onto the Soul Rock this turn, so we
Yeah.
need even less off of this.
Because that's what I was thinking, is that we're gonna use the Prime Catcher anyways, but we can also just blow up the Dragapult here.
Yeah, I think we're just blowing up the Dragapult so that we win
Yeah.
off Soul Rock boss on this
Yeah,
next turn.
That makes sense.
And if we have 8 energy in hand, it'd be really nice to see
Yeah.
Kevin bank the attachment.
That's probably the better decision, to be honest. Yeah.
So that all we need off of this Iono to 1 is a boss.
Yeah.
But I can't tell how many.
Yep.
How many energy are in
Yeah,
Kev's
I know he
hand.
went it through it a little quick.
Oh, we might only have
Ooh.
6.
Yeah, we might not even have enough to take the knockout here. We might have to use the Vit Band. No, the Vit Band doesn't even get us in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're 10 short with the Vit
Oof.
Band.
Oh boy.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
even just going Prime KO anything with Soul Rock is still fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
Fez,
Fez that
do
we can
have
use.
Fez. Yeah, I think he was trying to avoid having to use the Fez here.
Yeah, but putting Fez down is fine because
Yeah.
it's the same thing as if you didn't find the picnic basket, but you
Yeah.
keep your Goldango as well.
True.
Oh, we did have
Yeah,
Superior.
we have Superior, yeah, but I don't know how many energy we really have in the discard here. I don't know if it's really enough to make it worth it.
Sure.
Dengo, ooh, none of those are energies, but those are good Superior energy retrieval discard pieces.
Yeah, we have 7.
Yeah.
So it looks like we are taking the knockout.
Yep, we're just going to take the knockout here.
So off this. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess Dan can't even take I wonder if Dan's
Yeah.
just gonna go Iono, but do this next turn just to
Yeah.
buy more time.
So let's see. We're going to play the Poffin, probably just take a look at what's left in the deck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how Dan can come back into this game.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
I think it's gonna have to involve some sort of boss Fez angle.
Yeah.
Buy some time to set up damage on the board,
Yeah.
right?
So we're going to play the Ultra Ball here, probably grab the Dragapult, and then hopefully we're going to be able to... Ooh, they're going to get the Latias here. Oh, there we go. There's the
Okay.
Dragapult.
There's a Dragapult.
I was about to say, I was like, I don't think we really need the Latias here when we
Yeah.
have a free retreat pivot here anyways. And then we still have Fez here, so hopefully we can get our next energy with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can see for Dan here
Yeah.
would be like Gust Fez while setting up enough damage
Yeah.
on board, not taking a knockout.
True.
And then just hoping that Kevin can't get to 7 energy or 8 energy
Mm-hmm.
with the retreat of the Fez.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely want to see this jamming tower come down too.
Yes.
Yep. Looks like we're going to get the CC here. There's the jamming tower.
And the
Yeah,
Iono to
there's
1.
The Iono to 1.
Iono to
Very
1,
good. Very
and
good.
Yeah, this is just like impossible for Kev to draw that much
Yeah.
cards when Dan isn't taking a knockout.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So we're going to see Dan with 3 cards here. Draw 3 more with the Fez. We're going to get that next to energy.
And we
Every
still have a
time.
Cloak.
Yep, more energy.
Now we're seeing all the energies.
Yeah, now we are finally. Okay, we're going to
Okay.
see that attachment here. We're going to retreat into the Dragapult.
We'll see what Kevin has to respond to this.
Yeah.
Um,
Looks like we're going to take the knockout and we're going to put some damage onto the Soul Rock here.
what are
Yep.
Nest Ball and
Nest Ball,
Superior.
Superior. We're going to draw 1 here.
Okay. So we have
Gong.
Gong to draw 3 if we have a fighting.
Yeah.
And then we would need to draw into like Superior.
Yeah.
We need a lot of cards.
We need a lot of cards, yeah. We don't have a lot of cards in hand right now, but we need a lot of cards.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to figure out how many energy we could possibly be
So
in the deck.
yeah, there are a lot of energy. So double Superior, if we're able to get to that point,
Yeah.
would win the game. However, I don't think we can draw enough cards.
Yeah. I don't think so either. Oh,
I think they're just talking
yeah.
through
They're talking through the lines here.
if Dan can.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to go through it.
Because I guess. Well. Kevin's out of stadiums, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kev can technically go retreat Fez into Soul Rock to buy himself a turn.
Yeah.
As long as no, that wouldn't even buy him a turn because this Fez has 200 on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't even know what Kevin can do. He would need a Turo, I guess.
Yeah.
Would save him would buy him a turn. As long and then Dan also, if Dan has Gust, Dan still wins.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're playing this Nest Ball. There's no
Nothing.
fighting, so it
Yeah.
looks like we're not even gonna be able to draw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I
we have
mean,
Genesect
that's cool. The
to-
Genesect turns
yeah.
into 2 cards.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good line. Okay.
And now we know that fighting Gong can't.
Yeah, we can't get anything off
Can't.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing we have a metal energy in deck that we
Yeah.
can draw into.
So let's see. Do we just Superior here so we can draw more?
I don't think we should be using this Gong, right?
I don't think so either. Unless
Because we need the card to discard with the Superior.
Unless we're able to thin a fighting out of it, like a fighting Pokemon off of
Oh, sure.
it. Yeah, that could be okay.
I
Yeah.
totally forgot
Yeah, that's
that
like
we
an
grab
option.
a
Yeah.
fighting Pokemon as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally forgot about that part of
Yeah.
the card.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what Kev can rip into off of this Lunatone draw.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I think we're gonna be like 1 energy short if we draw a second Superior,
Mhm.
unless we draw off of the Lunatone the metal energy as well.
Yeah. Okay, so there's going to be our discard here. Okay, we got our 4 energy. We're going to see our
So we need
discard now.
metal. So if Kev draws metal energy plus Superior, he gets there.
Ooh, or we could just get double
Superior. Yeah,
again.
I think that works, right?
Yeah, that
Hopefully.
should work. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay,
a
double
trait.
Superior is off of the 3
Yeah.
is pretty good as well.
Yeah.
So we go Superior, discard
Yep.
2 to get to 6,
Yeah.
and then how many energy are in discard?
There's a lot. I feel like we have plenty of energy to work with.
It only so we go up to 6, down to 4, up to 8 if we have
Yeah.
that much energy. We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can discard.
Yeah,
the
we have
last two
plenty
to
of
take,
energy.
Yeah, to take 4 more to get to 8.
Right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Kevin
Kev gets
getting
the job.
there
Yeah, he
with
got
the
there.
double superior rip.
Yeah.
Okay. There's also the Kevin. The next like 4 cards in the deck were
Mhm.
also win for Kevin.
Yeah,
So
definitely. All right, so that was another good one too.
Yeah.
It definitely is a lot closer. Dan tends to make things really close too.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows how to play Dragapult really, really well, and
For
that's like
sure.
his kind of deck. So,
Yep.
he definitely made it really close and made Kev really need to earn that win. So,
Oh, yeah.
super, super solid for Kev here.
Kev was
Hey,
sweating that for
yeah.
sure.
Oh,
at
yeah,
that, on that
definitely.
last turn. That was
Yeah,
a lot of cards needed.
definitely. But it's good that we were able to kind of practice this kind of sequencing, just
Yep.
because when it comes to those big moments on that regional stage, you want to be able to kind of make those right decisions,
For
because that
sure.
could definitely determine whether you win or lose the set.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So thanks again, Eli, for coming on here. You
Yep.
could probably grab Dan because he got kicked off the king of the hill
Yep.
again. So we'll kind of get there, and then we'll see if we might have one more game in us. I don't know. We'll kind of see. We'll see.
What do you? I think they're closing the store.
Are they closing the store? That's probably fine with me too. I know we're a little EP now.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, I
Yeah.
got like a child at home I
Yeah.
apparently need to go visit who
Yeah.
turns out kids do better when you're actually like there with them as
Yeah.
parents.
I know it's
Crazy,
crazy
man.
concept to think
Do-
about.
Do your research. It's
Yeah,
wild.
I know, right?
So Brian, what did I mess up there?
I think one thing we were thinking about is, so there was a certain point where you had 6 on one of the on both Dengos, right?
Yes.
And one of them had the energy and one of them didn't have the energy, but you had CC, so we were wondering if you were going to ever gust that one up to make Kev have to search out for another
Should have done that.
metal energy.
That was
Yeah.
a great call. I
Yeah.
think part of it was I was trying to save the counter catcher for later in the game so I could find it more
and
easily.
it's funny
but
too because you had 2 opportunities. You had catcher in hand, and then you played Lily, and then you drew into catcher again.
yes.
So we were like, oh wait, Dan might not get punished for this, but Dan didn't do it. So
I know, and
Yeah.
I think in retrospect, because that energy was probably the difference maker. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good point.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Fair enough. See, this is why we play these
That's what
games.
I'm
You want good
saying.
feedback.
This is
Was
why
there
we
anything
do
else I
this.
missed, or is that the only one?
Not really. I mean, you
Okay.
made it really close. You made Kev really had to earn that one. So
So I will say, number
Yeah.
one, don't let your opponent lunar draw into 2 superiors. We
Yeah.
don't recommend that. But also on
Never.
my end, I will say, I could have and probably should have taken the chance of not drawing an energy to retreat into the Badu and
Mhm.
not giving up that first Dusclops.
yeah,
Because it definitely could have gotten more value from it later. So
Yeah.
for me, taking the risk of not Buduing, saving a prize is probably the better choice there.
Mhm.
So that's all. But I guess, Brian, any other thoughts from today for
No, it
prep
was-
for Vegas?
it was good practice. I mean, we got a lot of good sequencing stuff that we got to kind of discuss. Matchups, very broad matchups. We got to kind of practice too,
Yeah.
which was super cool.
No, it's
Yeah.
awesome to see. And this is one of the reasons why we do this before major events, because even though it's a pre-release, the new format isn't there until after LAIC. So
Yeah.
I'd rather give us all a chance to get ready for big events coming up. Because I know
Yeah.
a lot of the guys going to Vegas, a lot of y'all are going to Vegas.
Mhm.
I'm going to Buenos Aires and then LAIC, and it is all in this format. So, man,
Yeah,
hopefully we can do something.
definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, Brian, any last thoughts for the people before we sign off?
No, I just want to say good luck to everyone who's going to Vegas. It's this weekend, right?
It is this weekend.
This weekend.
No, it's next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay. And then safe travels. Make sure to plan ahead. A lot of stuff's going on right now with planes and stuff getting canceled. So get to the airport early, especially if you live by a very busy airport like O'Hare. Safe travels. Make good decisions. Have fun at the weekend. Don't make any weird last minute changes to your deck.
So agreed. From a
Yes.
Pokemon angle, agreed. Make
Yes.
responsible choices. Also, if you're going to Vegas, it does not just stay in Vegas. Responsible choices. But
Yes.
regardless, thank you all very much for joining. Really appreciate you chatting, hanging, everything with us
Yeah.
here. We love doing this. So we will hopefully see you guys next week back here Thursday nights here at Nerd Rage Gaming.